One second, but I'm splitting everything up.
Where you going, Ryan? What are you doing?
Trading things to the wrong person.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm over here, man. I'm literally right in front of you. I don't need the fire pots. Those are for you.
I'll just keep them anyways.
Is that everything?
Yep, everybody's online.
Oh shit. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating food. I need 6 seconds and I'm ready to go. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
6 seconds is officially over.
Butt water sprays on Chet.
Wrong target.
Keeps the core hounds away.
Sorry, guys.
Fuck.
Nine stacks. You go, boy.
I'll save you. Oh no, evading.
Is that a real death?
No, pretend.
It's close.
God damn it.
I knew it was falling in the lava before I even fully completed the jump.
I need a second to burn these stacks off.
I got it. I thought burning was the problem.
It is.
Is burning here?
It's burning here.
Dog
Fucking
coming
voice. God bless that voice.
I can get the core hound coming from the top.
Okay.
From the top, make it drop. It's a what? Dale, left, dog.
Don't put your back to the lava.
Ooh, that guy hurt.
Oh
We're all
no,
stuck.
oh no.
Oh, someone was not stunned.
Nice job.
I saw your health going up.
Go to dog
I'm sitting here
tunnel.
watching that 16 stack and I'm like, ooh.
Wait, guys, tell me what this sounds like. Are you ready?
It sounds like you whacked something.
Or like a futuristic door open.
Giants first.
Demonic hippies, dude.
Yep, we can pull the giants and pull the bear, or pull the core hound. Someone else can tank it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to clear. But yeah, guys, a little higher up the hill, guys. You're gonna pull the other giants.
We
Never mind.
pulled everything.
Oh, there goes
The
our
giant off.
It's good skull and then dog.
I got 2 giants on me.
Alright.
I got the giants. Halting, get the
Ash has a
bear.
Do you want
dog.
me to grab
Ash has a
Get
dog.
the
I need
dog
to heal it.
Halting, get the dog Halting. I got the giant. I got the shield on. I'm on the
Kill the
giant.
dogs. Kill the dogs. Kill the dogs.
Sorry, I got threat drop there for a sec.
You're fine.
Yeah, there's no
you're fine.
south, so be careful, Miller.
Go on next, guys.
Giants have a knockback that drops some of your threat.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm able to taunt on the way back.
I got it from you, McPain.
Thanks, homie. Thanks, guys. I'm not exactly what a reliable tank, so.
It's just not true.
You did pretty good, man.
Is tanking here. It was more the call out coordination for Haotang. I forgot he was in the raid, so thank you for that. You're like, Haotang this, and I'm over here trying to tank a dog.
Yeah, bracers of might back there.
Rav has braces might now.
We got imps.
I got first challenge. Challenging now.
Yeah, you gotta shoot him on the as he
I didn't
turns
shoot
the
him,
corner.
my body pulled by accident.
Heavy AoE,
Body
guys.
pulled him.
Heavy AoE, guys. We need AoE quick. We're gonna start losing people. Arrows are going.
Oh, Dad!
Yeah, I should make a poll on my stream where they can choose with a voice modulator I have to. That'd be funny.
That'd be great.
Totally.
Did you say you should have a way to vote on what voice mod you're using? Because that's what you
Yeah.
should have.
Because I'm already thinking about setting up LED lights where they can, you know, set the color for whatever. I think this would be funnier.
Blow this up, guys.
My challenging is down.
Mine's up. Challenged up.
Got a couple on you there. There you go. If you're a warrior, tank stuff. If you're a bear, you know what to do.
Na 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 na.
I'm gonna grab the backpack.
Yep, I'm gonna grab the pack on the right in 1 second. Grabbing it now. Backpack, backpack.
Oh, I'm gonna be taking heavy damage on my QP.
Show him watch McBain.
Some of these guys are pretty low.
Yeah, get
Make
some
sure
rod
you
islands on.
focus these high ones, guys.
Cannot understand a word.
Yeah.
Oh, so why are
What?
you focusing on me?
Alright guys, now I'm the Lich King.
You're laughing a little too fast. You gotta slow the laugh down.
I was gonna do it, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna sound retarded.
Haotang, you're on X, Raston, Square, and Fluke Skull.
Okay.
Show him just heal Haotang.
Just 1 sec, please.
You got the macro, mommy, and Daces.
What you need a second
I have
for?
it.
Yeah,
Just put my
I'm
buff
gonna
on.
be spammy.
For your what?
My buff.
Are you done?
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Try not to kill your friends.
Sunder, 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 like it's your job.
This Doom feels like it's impending. No decurse is going out. At least decurse the tanks.
Kill your bops.
I think he would have just barely lived.
I always wanted. Thank you for the heals, guys. Brass monkey, that funky monkey.
Whenever you're ready, Lara.
Grabbing the other one. Go for it. Ready.
Go. Run it back in if you pull it, guys.
Some of these are high and some of these are low.
Tanks or ads?
Yes. Cause
I had to get to my 4th target before I finally found someone without a fear ward.
that's what I like to hear.
Shivari doesn't have one, and neither does Ash. Just throwing that out there.
McPain didn't have one.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't think there's that one either.
Let me
for
get
just
the
throwing them out.
warriors who can break up here.
Fuck yeah. That's a
Alright,
fucking
don't take
global
one.
cooldown.
The ferals like Haltang and Fluke and Shivari are the most important.
Shivari, you can't put that in the same class.
He's a feral. He just didn't train bear form.
I mean, no.
And somehow his mana bar turned into a focus.
He's more like Robin to the Batman, and not Justice League.
He's more like a cat form druid than a bear.
Love Shivari.
Mana looks good. I'm gonna pull this. Well, fine.
Go, chicken, go.
Come on, chicken, get your shit together.
Yes, you can probably buff tentacles all day. So you can also put Jujus on him and scrolls. Scroll of agility, Juju might, Juju power.
Same with the.
Do you even tentacle, bro?
You have disappointed me for last time, chicken.
I'm gonna wait
Until the next time.
have a smidge here on some mana.
I don't think it's even close to the last.
I'm gonna throw up a 10-second pull timer, guys, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna try and charge into position, so hopefully the boss doesn't move a ton.
2, 1.
Parry, hit. I got multiple hits now, and a crit.
I'm standing in fire.
Good.
It's just ridiculously boring otherwise.
Listen, I'll stand in fire for you, alright?
Do it. I think Kiefer was doing it too.
Ooh, QSR.
Oh, Wallbringer legs.
Titty.
Ooh, I need those legs.
Is it? Yeah, grats.
Stand in fire and then heal myself.
That'll be my 8-piece. Woohoo.
Realistically, if people cared about these parses and you stood in fire and healed yourself and did well, it'd get thrown out. But I don't think anyone cares.
I got
3 minutes. I have 3 minutes left on challenging.
But 100% stand in the fire and heal yourself.
Alright, we ready? Trust Satan, guys.
Fluke needed
Oh,
a
nice.
QSR still, really?
Congrats on your
Nice.
stuff.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did actually.
Congrats. Congrats, Fluke.
I waited to see who linked before I linked for it. It is technically the third best
Oh, congrats, man.
threat bearer.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Ring.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Warming up for Fluke Wing next, whatever we're gonna call it.
Fluke Ramus.
I think any druid hoping to get a lot of items out of Nax is going to be
Flip
fucking
Ramus.
sad.
Yeah, 100% Next Ramus isn't a druid. It's
Yeah,
this.
unfortunately.
Can we just call it Naxxramas the Fluking Citadel?
That's good.
It'll be Fizzle Ramus more than it will be Flukewing Lair.
We have to get Fluke his Atiash first, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Druid's
And then he'll be stacked. No, they can. The group bonus for Druids is 11 MP5 for everyone in your group. So it'll be Fluke and all healers.
Bring all the healers to me.
And everybody else in the raid will cry because all the DPS want their buff.
Sorry, I just got knocked back, so I don't have any threat.
I do.
Dog coming, Halting, dog coming.
I got it. Halting's tanking Destroyer.
What are you talking about? A dog in the hallway?
What?
Stunned.
Chat now!
Well, I guess he is hot dog. Okay.
I'll get the dog. You can grab the fire.
You're getting the dog?
Go ahead and grab the fire. Yeah, grab the fire elemental.
Cause I've got nothing to tank. Oh, I want the dog. Dog. Dag.
I like dogs.
Oh, you like dogs?
Nice.
In Russia, dog eat.
Yeah, I like dags.
I got back giant.
I got the front one.
Finish the Annihilator. You can rank one, banish the rock if you need to.
Nah.
Just kill it.
We ain't no punk ass bitch.
That's why I said if you need to. This one always gives us problems with fat being down, so I'm just gonna pull it now.
I got X.
I got skull.
But be careful, X gonna give it to you.
Sorry, I'm stunned.
Yeah, trying to pull it back.
How's on the Surger? I'll try and help control the Annihilator.
I'm gonna taunt the Annihilator now.
Drink for mana after this, I'll pull a rage mob. Once I see the healers drinking. Halting, you're on Moon, Rast, and score Fluke Skull.
Eating some food. Ready to go when you guys are.
Raid mana is at 50%, just keep drinking if you're under 50.
Guys, I have to use a free action potion when this thing is about 30% HP, so we're going to pull this boss immediately after this Bob dies. I popped my free action potion. 20 seconds.
When this dies, I'm going to count down from 5. 5.
I'm going
4,
in.
3, 2.
Stack them up.
Got a Moon in the raid. Oh, you lucky dwarf resisted that.
Luck skill, my friend.
Just picking the right race, right? Melee, no!
Spangler!
Make sure you're dousing.
Back down.
What a great Ghostbusters reference. I love it.
No, Nico, no.
Tano, how long have you been sitting on that fair buff?
Whoa, wait a second. Get the fucking what?
How long has that
For
fair buff
a
just been
month?
sitting there? Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my god!
It's why he's been bringing Dane to everything.
Like I was just using one charge pummeler, like, you know, just because the group seemed pretty stacked tonight, but now I'm fucking glad. Holy shit.
I don't want to point it out, but I mean, I guess we've got
Two
one coming
dogs.
out soon.
Just face
You
him
should
into
have
the wall.
waited.
I got second one. Oh, stunned.
You should have waited to use it when you
Big
get
heals,
the buff.
big heals.
Slash for the giants. There.
Pick the dog up, somebody.
Counting.
Next dog in the hallways.
Kill the skull. Do not swing wide melee or you'll pull the giants.
Wish we had Wicker Man for next.
Incoming.
Dog in the doorway.
You don't buff for parses and next right away.
Well, not parses, just I guess yeah, we're gonna
Survive.
this, but
I am not going to
That
go
would
out of
be
my
nice.
way to get buffs for Nax for the first until we can clear it without dying.
Yeah, but
I got buffs. I just won't plan on
I got
keeping
skull.
Wicker Man with all the extra health and mana.
Yeah, I know.
That would have been nice.
mana regen is so insane.
I got 22
We'll-
hours
we'll have
left
an
on my
elemental coming from the
smorks,
back.
so I will be using those.
I'm coming.
Jesus.
Stun.
Hi, Rock.
If you just keep all the candy in a box instead of opening the box, you can hold it forever. You can still have 30 days
This
left.
one didn't come in a box.
Let's do Geddon and Geddon trash with buffs before we do Gar. Make this cleaner.
Oh, a smork.
Rank 1 banishes. Houting, you can grab Moon.
Shelm, you're innervated.
You want to keep X and square apart? Somebody grab square, it comes out in 4. There you go. 2.
Stunned. Someone else needs to tank it.
Coming in. Got it.
Moon in 7.
Stay back with the group.
Okay.
Okay.
Banish.
Banish, yeah.
Skull, kill
I got
skull, kill skull, banish everything. Separate the AoEs, heal like
I
bad.
I got off McBain.
Kill X next, kill X next.
Tang, I got this if
Two
you want to
kills
move on
on
something
Flip.
else, buddy.
Kill the fire elemental right beside the X next. It's an AoE fire. Please rebanish those quickly.
Taunted it off. Banish off. Thank you.
Kill the other fire elemental. You can, whichever rock elemental comes out, you can leave it out.
Taunted against the wall. Taunted against the wall.
Damn, good recovery.
Fap if you're an off tank. Big heals on McBain and Fluke. They got a lot on them.
Yeah, sorry, I picked up with no fire resist gear on. Thanks for the awesome heals, guys.
Alright.
I had fire resistance gear on, so I AoE taunted early.
No problem.
No one died.
I'm stunned.
Nobody die.
That's awesome.
Whew.
Well done, Healer.
Man, why don't we pull it like that all the time?
And
Cheers, everyone.
Because our reaction to it was, how is everybody still alive? That's usually why we don't do
The
it.
druid heals really took off on that one. Get in
Yeah, they
position for
did.
Geddon, guys. You can distract him.
Was hoping to wait for my manual crowd pummeler.
No. We'll distract him and wait.
Just got 13 seconds on it. I'm wearing mixed fire resist gear, guys, so I don't die this time.
Shall Mark Daces keep Fluke up.
Are we going to Gar right after?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm
Alright,
ready.
fuck that
What
question.
you guys want me to pull?
Whatever.
Okay,
you're
I'm gonna
ready.
do a pull 10 here, so we don't, everyone's on the same
Make
page.
sure you dispel that mana off healers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hit, miss, parry.
No.
Crit,
Careful of the Hucklish
Very.
one.
Let's be careful, guys.
hit, crit. Sorry, I stayed for a little bit because I needed some fucking aggro.
Shavari needs a hot.
Oh! Holy
No, really?
Did we
Did
really?
it? Did it? Oh my god,
Nice.
Gradstat!
Hail
Wait is
Satan, dude.
over, my man. Your wait is over.
Damn, dude.
Fucking told you that.
You paid the
Let me-
ultimate sacrifice
hey.
at the start, dude.
Let me just say, freaking Gradstat, I'm happy.
Gradstat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't even believe
That's
it.
awesome.
how do you
Back to Gar.
Rav, Ash and I
We're
were
gonna
literally
smoke
like,
this
should I
sucker.
bring her? No, it's not going to drop anyway. If you bring her, it'll drop. Or if you bring her,
I
it
was
won't
like-
drop. If you don't,
yeah.
it will. Motherfuck.
Yeah, I was like literally, if you bring her, it's not gonna drop. She's like, yeah, you're right. There it is.
I know.
So I will pretend that my. Oh, good. Dago's got it.
Oh, Dago.
It's okay. I'm gonna pretend that me not bringing Monet got both of them to drop. So I'm happy for Dagos to take it.
That's going to Dagos. It's either
Yeah.
Dagos or Star.
But I looted it to him because nobody else rolled.
Okay.
Nobody else rolled, so I looted it to him, and then other people rolled.
I was just rolling for the hell of it.
Shit, where's my pummeler?
And Star, I know you completely know how that feels.
Because that was the exact repeat of last week.
Yep, only reverse.
Can anyone check if Dad's still alive?
I don't think he's alive.
He's probably running circles around his room right now.
Bonus check on that, please.
I'm gonna check on the police scanner in his town. Nude man streaks down highway.
I didn't know he was a Florida man.
All right, Rastin, you're on the boss. Fluke, Hauteng, scoop up ads, warlocks, rank 1 banish anything that's loose.
Alright, I need to walk around a bit. Oh my god, thank you guys.
Listen, I'm both happy for you. I'm happy for you, but you need to give me like 3 months of leeway when I yell at you and Nax for pulling aggro on trash.
Are we going to Silithus today?
Changing the yes,
Oh my god.
yes, changing the Nax prio now on some weapons.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, are we ready to do this?
Congrats, that. Yeah, we're
Well,
ready. Rastin,
hey,
you're
Rast-
the boss.
Get-
You're likely gonna have to taunt. He's gonna
Do
challenge.
you mind?
Oh my
Do you mind if I?
Are you doing
mind if I
them on the boss? Yes.
Arg Dasis on Fluke, Shelm and Kiefer on Hauteng, and everyone else just keep Rastin the gang up. Everybody's going to be on Fluke likely at the end.
Yeah, Fluke, you can start it. I'll taunt off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and tank them on the boss. So
Okay. Okay.
Let's do this, boys. I'm gonna wait till they group up so I can hit them easier. Sorry, whenever they go into the tight circle, I'm going in.
God. Thank you guys for all the work.
All right.
Yeah, grats, man.
Rav,
Screw you, man. I hate your guts.
But you're not going to spend the rest of the raid responding to all 38 people in the raid?
He's gonna go into. There we go. I'm going. Did I miss it? I don't even have AoE taunt.
You're welcome for all the sunders.
Sheer throw, dispel on Houting and Fluke. Big heals on Fluke. He's got a lot more than Houting.
Did that fucking happen? Oh my god.
You believe in the meme?
Watch out to bring that firestorm out. If that one's gonna die, it's gonna blow up the raid.
Uh-oh.
Dish has died.
We
Dish
got
has
one
vanished. Yeah, okay.
Oh god.
Dish
No,
just
I
died.
don't.
I love it.
Hot water.
Do
Otherwise,
something.
Dishes die. Dishes vanish.
Oh, at least he. I mean, at least it was a rogue. It could have been a lot worse.
Get back to you. Ah.
Another QSR. Holy shit.
Oh wow, 2 bindings.
Oh no.
Big heals on Fluke.
And Houting.
Watch the explosions, guys. Don't pull anything extra.
Gratz Paladins, I guess, for that QSR? Is that what we're down to, really?
The raid have plus 15 to agi, by the way.
No, how'd you?
I do not in the raid.
Starheart is
Wait,
here.
you mean to weapons, right? Yeah, Monet's got the weapon one. I'm sure Dagos and Star have it too.
Is it really Agi and not Crusader? That's interesting.
Oh, you can do both. For Nax, I think agi edges out a little bit more.
Yeah, that's probably smarter for next.
It does, I think too. Yeah. I mean, I did
For longer
actually-
fight.
Yeah.
If you want the tippy top verses, I think double Crusader is what you want to do, but there's a lot of luck involved for that.
Yeah, you have to like plan cooldowns around the chance of a double proc and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and
Douse.
it's hard enough to try playing around one cooldown.
Is it doused? No.
Oh my god. I'm on fucking cloud 9 for the rest of the raid.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
awesome,
ready to
man.
read, but I don't think I can get as high as you are.
Just for the rest of the raid?
That's the rogue offhand, right?
Yeah.
Not in fire gear.
Next.
Sorry, boys.
Yeah, I think Nax weapons beat it.
It's close.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's all RNG though, for sure.
Look, they're going.
Are we good for that dog?
Realistically though, not really replace it.
Iblis is really fucking nice, but
Are we good for this dog?
I mean, Iblis sims higher, at least for
I am.
rogues, I know, but
Alright, dog.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna replace it.
yeah, it's pretty insignificant the amount it sims higher.
Oh, that fucking boss ate some of my buffs. That little jerk.
What did he get?
What ones did he get?
Which one did he get?
He got ones. He got 2 DM tributes, the attack power and the health, and he got Songflower.
oh my.
All the good ones. He got rid of the stam. Is it?
Stam, attack power, and Songflower.
All right, on this, Dale's tanking. He'll Dale. Let me get artisan
Yeah,
on. Let me get artisan on
maybe rebuffs,
Fluke.
yeah.
Artisan on Fluke. Nature Nova on Red Bar. Punine on Orlick. Let me get Radiant on Cost. Dasis on McPain. Daddy Natrix on Decipher. Arg, you're on Houting. And Kiefer, cover Dago's Dat and Dishes if you can. Running low on healers. Good luck, Rogues.
Sorry, mana's a bit of an issue. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat some more food real fast while we wait a moment.
Yeah, they're shooting at some buffs too, so.
I see this. Just gonna. You guys ready?
Cal, just really missing Mark. That's it.
I hit you with Innervate.
Still buffing.
Keep still buffs. I hit Cal with a Innervate. Whoever's buffing.
Star's
too.
the only one without Stam, and he's not even playing Star. So.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna do a pull timer here, and then I'm gonna run in whenever it's 0.
Congrats, Artisan, on the ring.
Purge his debuff if you can.
5, 4.
Maxwell, can you put a
3,
detect magic?
2, 1.
God.
My bad, big crit, my bad.
I got my first crit just then, but everything hit, so.
Everything crit for me.
2% HP, nice.
Nice.
Yes, Dark Lord. Never gets old.
I keep forgetting it's on too because I don't have my input on for hearing myself.
I love watching the priest shoot up on the first one when all the shields get eaten
Oop, I
up.
got stunned. Someone needs to pick up dog.
It's also fun if you have a lot of shields out, like on Broodlord.
Yeah, for the
So he
knockback. I've seen
explodes,
people
and
get
then
knocked back. I was like, where's the damage?
You decided to look at me.
We got side.
Son of a hooker. Kill the little one with a skull, then kill the biggest one.
This one, then Fire Lord, guys. I'm trying.
Bard
Ryan,
just died through that boss.
Hard dispel, guys. Hard on dispel.
Oh, you banish right as I taunted. This is the holy light voice, apparently.
Resisted my taunt.
I got it. I read it.
Taunting.
No casting.
Sweet on a touch of mana.
Hold on. Hold on.
Too late.
Sorry, my keyboard.
We did not get a touch of it.
I was like, I see a rogue sprinting, it looks like that. It wasn't, it was dishes.
Mana's over 50%.
My keyboard got stuck.
Isn't that what happened on Katoon too?
You've got like
This keyboard died on some.
Yeah,
or 5
every time I
healers
figured
in
it
the
out.
game.
Every time I plug my iPhone in, it kills my mouse and my keyboard for a second.
Sounds like you need a new
Make
thing.
sure you do that in the room with patchwork.
Hey Ash, wanna shoot a dog?
Can I? Never mind.
You're gonna kill a dog first then?
5 resists in a row. Cannot get a goddamn.
I'm in fire gear, so.
Same.
We got a couple healers at 100%, so just sit down if you need to drink.
Yeah, Artisan, Kiefer both need Innervates if y'all have them.
Kiefer, go.
And I'm sitting down to drink.
Yeah,
We
go on
got
the
2 priests at
second.
100%. Daddy and Radiant are like solid 100, so they can heal while you guys drink. I'm sure they would have told me if they were AFK.
Hang on, Jackson. This thing.
I'm walking around.
I do not like that skull. I'm not going
trying.
Hell no.
Fuck you, Skull.
Hey, y'all don't be stupid. I am AFK because I have to change a poopy diaper. Feel sorry for me.
Hi, Dan. No.
Tell your husband I said hi.
Did you lose the roll?
Diapers are fine.
Lose the roll. What do you mean?
Like slash roll to do chores.
Oh yeah, of course she did. What are you talking about? What do you have to ask?
She rolled a 7.
4.
Hey, that got to me.
Keep on moving, can't stop now. Stunned. Sorry.
Oh shit.
All these studs.
I got square. It, of course, resisted my taunt. Sorry, guys. I've had the worst RNG with taunt this instance. I've had like 7 resists so
That's
far.
just MC in general too.
No, I mean I've never had it happen like that. Like every single pack since we've gotten to this portion of the instance, I've had resists. Every single pack. By real, you mean Earthstrike? Molton, bruh.
Matt Peel's Broken Earthstrike. That's the full name of it.
Here, have a surger.
Coming from the top? It is coming from the top. Oh, da, 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 da. Come on, come on. No, get off of her. What are you doing?
What?
It's giving to the chat treatment. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's only appropriate to do consensually.
Consensually.
Boom. I remember to put my pummeler on early this time. Yay!
Alright, we got all the whispers out.
Oh, wait a second.
I think like of course the raid whispered me, which by the way, thanks guys.
Oh man, congrats.
Congrats, that's so awesome.
You have everything ready to go, right?
Oh yeah, I bring all the stuff with me every week on MC.
That's awesome.
I know the feeling.
Afterwards, can we do something a little bit less exciting?
Can Laeriel get an
All the chicken?
We are clearing
we
MC.
could-
Then hold on. We're going MC. Then we're going to kill the Thunder Fury boss. Then, if you need to kill a chicken, do it quickly. And then we're buffing DM buff. We have a head drop at 10, or hard drop at 10:45ish, and a head at 11. Because tomorrow the servers might not be up until raid time. So just put that out there.
Alright. Ready for
And
Rage Mob?
once Sylvis is over, we'll be doing our open loot talk streamed in Discord as well. So, a lot going on tonight.
Can Art get an int buff, please?
Rage Mob.
No Ani tonight. We got a stacked night. A lot of people want buffs, but servers might not even come up between 6 and 8 tomorrow. Night, Eastern.
Ho ho ho. Wookie nipple pinchy?
So, what do we do? Rasting on the boss, hanging. You guys pick up as many ads as you can. Sound good?
I got Skull and X. He got Square and Moon. If
Good.
something else goes to someone that's going to kill someone, taunt it if you got a taunt.
You popping rack on this, okay?
All right. Not this one. Probably next guy. But call it out when you want it. They'll pull timer.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Parry, parry. What the fuck?
This priest keeps healing.
Maybe you shouldn't interrupt him.
What takes work?
Like a kick or a scout or something like that. I don't know. I'm just a hunter.
Shadow Strike. Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
I tried slapping him, but it didn't help.
Fuck yeah.
It's the wrong kind of FR.
Did you try bashing him?
It's a nice ring for a year ago.
Ring?
Larry, what we got coming?
This rune still needs to be doused. I guess I forgot mine.
Yeah, no one does.
Yeah, we need somebody to does.
I used mine already.
No one
Yeah,
down.
mine too.
Fuck yeah.
How about a rock?
I'm going back to get it.
Yay.
We have one more, right?
Yeah, we need
somewhere.
one dose.
Someone.
Fox is getting it. Yeah, and we gotta have Magmadar.
Like no one has said
Yeah,
yes
if we
yet.
somehow didn't bring a douse, can we just leave?
We already got the binding.
Yeah, that's the important part, right?
I mean,
But rag loot could be good for
Yeah.
something too.
Rag still has stuff. Yeah.
We're very close to it too.
I mean, I can bring Monet if we need a douse. Y'all just need to let me know if I need to bring her.
I can just hearth and fly back.
Oh,
Just
Monet's
start.
on a different account, so like if we need her, tell me. I'll.
Does no
start
one
flying now.
really have a douse?
No, Chet, no.
Okay, I was gonna say.
all right, hold off on that last one there.
Yeah, the next one's Rage Mob.
And Aranicus got tranquil. Man, this is a great night.
You got tranked? Yep.
Looks like I need a food buff.
Look at this MF are using food in MC.
I mean, why not?
Oh fuck, dude. Thanks for.
I can think of one reason why not.
Why?
Because that's no. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I don't understand. Was there a joke I missed?
Time, money, you know.
Time after
Save it for
time.
next.
Yeah, those food buffs, man. Hella pricey, right?
So long as you're not using shops.
It's just a couple gold.
All right, mana's
It's
looking
like-
good.
it's like 1 goal.
Going to pull the rage mob.
Rage Mom.
Rage Mob.
After we kill this, Dell, go ahead and pull timer up, and then we'll pull on your go. For the boss, we'll have Dale on the boss. Rastin, you are going to be on the left mob, and Haltang on the right one. Stack them all on top of each other. So Rastin, you're on square. Haltang, you're on moon.
Full timer's out. I'm going in on 3.
Is up quick.
2, 1.
Crit. Hit. Hit.
Under.
Hit.
Yeah. Fuck them up.
Come on, boys. Staff and dominance, nice.
So do we still need to douse? Yeah.
Yeah, someone needs to get it.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Did we get the one at Sulfuron?
Yeah, someone did it. Hots, I think, came back and got it.
Did we get the
A
one
moment
at,
of truth if we got them all.
Oh, we didn't. There we are. Yay. So don't pull that last mob yet. I am actually going to use our 3 mages because, you know, it was just a little fun last time, but not. I don't have that much fun. All right, so I'm literally only marking 3 targets. The square, that is going to be Cout. You're going to be sheeping that. The moon is going to be Max. You're going to be sheeping that. And Bell, you're on diamond. On the boss, who did we have on? James on the boss last time?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Why don't you get on the, or Rastin, once you get on the boss, and then Haltang and Fluke can try picking up as many as possible.
Sounds good.
Alright, 100 pets on Major Domo.
All pets on Major Demo, yes.
I do have AoE taunt. Let me know when we're gonna pull this mob. I'm gonna pop a stone shield potion so I don't get fucked.
So one more time, that's Cal on square, Max on moon, and Bell on diamond. Those are the sheep targets. Looks like man is good, so Dale, go ahead and whenever you're ready.
Let's do this, boys.
Congrats, Bell.
Congrats, Boletta.
Sean, just keep an eye on Rastin, who's tanking the boss. Just make sure you keep an eye on him as well.
Mages, if you got a job, let's move up together.
I don't know why I saved Rec for this.
Mages stack up here. Mages
Terrible
come up
idea.
here. Mages,
Thank you.
move up to Fluke. Mages,
Move up.
get up in the
Cal,
front.
Max, oh, get up.
You guys got your targets clicked. We're gonna do a pool timer here.
Max, you're on moon. Cal, you're on square. Bell, you're on
4,
diamond.
3, 2,
Why is there a skull on that guy?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who are we killing here?
The one I just attacked.
Okay.
Heavy AoE taunts. Be careful, careful. Don't kill yourselves either.
AoE taunt going out now. AoE taunted.
Getting Domo.
Oh, accidentally taunted him off.
Right. Mocking you.
All right, diamond's up. Get on the.
I got diamond.
Pick up moon.
My taunt missed on moon. Got it.
Coming back to taunt.
All right, fuck up moon.
Good job.
Damn,
guys.
pretty clean.
Good job, everyone. Good job, healers, by the way. Good job, tanks.
Yeah, guys. Good job, everyone.
My heart was in my throat for dishes.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Dude, I just kept on looking at whatever they were targeting, and if whoever they were targeting was low HP, I was taunting. I wasn't wasting my taunt, just if it was turning to somebody. So people took a few hits.
It's 4 leafs in a row.
Yeah, that's unlucky, man.
Bullshit.
Didn't we have someone waiting for a leaf that had like the opposite thing happening?
Wasn't it Claw?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Red bars, Hunter.
All right, Del, do you need a pally for Rag, bud?
I mean, it doesn't hurt. I don't need anything.
In solo, right?
That's right.
Yeah, he's running us through this.
All right, fine.
Then 2 expansions, bro. Let's do this. No, I mean, I would prefer to wear a full threat set, seeing as how we don't have salvation, which would mean fire ore would be a lovely, just in terms of reducing incoming damage.
All right, well, let's do this then.
Just move me back. I'll use modified. I'll use a little bit of fire resist gear and throw a pummeler on. It's fine.
Works too.
Yeah, deep rock salt.
You gonna shoot him, Chet, before I can? That's great.
Get him, rogues. Kind of, yeah. Let's try getting this pool pretty quick. So is there anything we need to do? Buffs out on Goo, Mark of the Wild on Goo. Anyone else?
I need mark on Fluke.
Mark
If I
on
can.
Haas.
Wait,
We need a mark real quick before we get into position. Then hold up, guys.
which is that? You, Artisan Caston? Okay, I'm generating you.
Raston, you need a new gift. Yours just falling off in 20 seconds or something.
43 minutes, says it for me.
Oh, I see it falling off in 20 seconds. Weird.
soon as like most of these are green checks, someone started.
Just go. Start that.
Good.
Just start it.
Anybody? There we go. Thanks, Mr. Tang.
Hope you got healers assigned to people's.
I thought you put Fluke in my group for fire buff.
Nah.
We did, but we're gonna,
changed
yeah.
I put on some
Yeah,
fire resist gear
But,
Pummeler instead.
Okay.
Worst thing that'll happen is one of the melee will die. Maybe
Which is
two.
probably gonna happen
That'll
anyway.
probably happen anyway.
Yeah. So
we
like,
got Helm behind us for the melee, so we'll be,
yeah.
At least for heals.
Alright, guys, I put on the demonic voice so that BRE will drop.
Fucking hopefully.
into giving him loot.
Wait, do we have another two-hit warrior in here now?
You need a shit for PvP, bro.
Monty's like,
Monty's like, sit back down. Sit.
Yeah.
Nope. Sit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really.
Back
I don't
of
have
the
a-
bus.
You don't have that yet,
I
Monty?
don't.
He doesn't have it.
Nope, never got one.
Oh, Jesus.
Monty won it and gave it to Rav on Putin's tank.
Oh, that makes sense.
3, 2, 1.
Parry. Hit. Dodge. Hit. 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 No crits. There's my first crit. Parry. It should be okay until I get Wrath. Sorry, guys. Not very great RNG.
You can do this, Rastin.
Yeah.
Taunt him quick.
Land, motherfucker. Oh, fuck!
Oh, money.
I was
Fuck.
riding the line.
That's unlucky, man.
I didn't even have buffs. Whew, just a repair bill.
Sure, now the cloak drops.
doing loot on the way to sell this. We got shit to do.
We don't have any gate summoners, do we?
I have more guys there.
I don't have any clickers there anymore, unfortunately.
I think Cochrane's
I
there.
have 2 clickers there, just don't have a summoner.
I can get some.
If you have 2 clickers, she's got a summoner. You got people. I'm gonna be dropping this raid group. When
Arnport, right?
Yeah, or
Darn would be too far away.
Wait, so
Just
we're going where?
Silithus.
Silithus? Okay.
I mean, then IF then, right?
Yeah, IF, yeah.
Oh, I'm switching over to help summon.
Could pull
Yeah.
your inner power.
I'm gonna switch characters.
Can we hop?
Which one are you on?
We'll spend.
So we're headed to Silithus then?
Yep, Silithus for Dad's Thunder Fury boss.
Interesting.
By then I'll have DM ready for everybody.
I just need one more clicker here.
I'm earthing there now.
I'm pretty close.
You've got Dat and Dago's almost there.
I've got 1 pummeler charge for some reason. Just sitting
got
around, waiting.
Well, I thought.
I get it. My warlock can help summon too.
We summoning people to the hold or the crystal veil?
I mean, wherever.
Right now, I'm summoning people to the instance. You'll just have to run down.
Well, don't bother summoning Star. I just use my gadgets in. I'll just fly in.
I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, it's funny that.
Gladria, can you switch over to your main? I think we might need that.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Whenever you switched loot to not be master looter, it fucked up all the RC stuff. I was wondering why the hell I couldn't click on any buttons.
Ah, makes sense.
Okay. All right. Fuck it. Netherwind pants. Gratz Orlick. Leg plates of wrath. Gratz goo. Cloak of shrouded mist. Gratz soma. I don't know if I'll be able to trade these to you. If I can't, we'll just eat it. It's
What?
fine.
Dude, I
And
wasn't in
crown
the
of
raid.
destruction. Gratz artisan.
I wasn't in the raid, so I can't
Fucking
get it.
Rob, I want that crap.
The fuck happened there?
Rastin, are you there?
I'm here.
Can you Can you turn it to master loot and give me master looter, please?
Tap more.
Tell you what,
tap
leave it
more,
up to
tap
James
more.
Dude, I was so confused. I was clicking on shit. I was reloading stuff. I was like, why the fuck isn't this working?
Is it north in Silithus or where in Silithus is it?
Northwest.
Northwest. Okay, where Rastin is.
Can you guys see any of that shit, by the way? Did you get buttons?
In the chat, just no buttons.
Yeah, no buttons. I see it linked.
Yeah, because we're all scattered about.
Wait. Did that work?
Yes.
Yes. Nope.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. I just have to manually go and re-announce to everyone. That's fine.
Nario, we need to get your warlock some intellect here.
This is some goddamn bullshit.
Did that work?
No.
Fuck me, dude. Why did it only work with the crown of destruction?
Maybe you gotta do one by one?
Why?
No,
What?
that didn't work. Oh, yeah, that did work, actually.
That worked.
Oh god. Okay.
Ah, yes. Time for AQ40, boys.
Is clicking here done?
I was gonna get someone on Houtang, but
Is Mortarian done?
Boot him from the group. Sorry, I didn't leave. I switched.
Oh yeah, you can kick Daddy out too. I switched to Soma.
Grouch on your cape,
Laeriel,
Hatang.
can you click?
Yeah, I'm clicking.
Congrats, man.
Congrats, buddy.
Grads.
That's Houtang.
Alright, looks like Gratz the Cipher on your cool hat.
Thank you.
Gratz Maxwell on some pants.
That's Maxwell.
Congrats, buddy.
What else did we miss? No plates of wrath. Oh,
Congrats to
those are
Cipher.
indeed.
Yes.
I also still have Scenario Investments and a Shadow Strike and Gloves of the Hypnotic Flame.
Somebody won.
Yes, somebody won all. Somebody won all of them.
Oh, I see. You're reminding people to get
Yes.
their goodies.
Tap more. Tap.
Tap it real good.
I'm not sure what happens to make him some, but I'm not going to turn the quest in yet.
You know, if you wipe on Thunderon, you have to get all the mats again.
Yeah, I know that's not the case.
Ooh. And your bindings disappear.
Yep. You have to get the items again too.
That would be so sad.
Could you imagine?
If that was the thing, everyone would
I'd fucking quit the game.
circ this shit with like 400 people.
Yeah. The biggest thing to grief ever on a PvP server.
Oh,
The best part is someone else can still pick up your Thunder Fury though. So thanks, Stat, for the Thunder Fury, bro.
Butt water from the group.
Really? Oh my god.
Somebody steals your tag
Yeah.
after you.
Even if you mastered it?
Oh no, not that, but you can master it to someone else and have them complete the quest.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah.
work.
Does it?
No.
They can't.
They'd have to be
complete the
on.
quest.
They'd have to be on that same quest line, which means they'd had to turn into bindings and bars and all that stuff. It was a private server thing that didn't make it to classic.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Wasn't there a Chinese warlock that has Thunder Fury on Classic server?
What?
That's a rumor.
yeah, but
Rumor has it.
Yeah, it's for the Flamestone spec, you know.
I know there is a mage that
GDC?
GDC'd it and has it, but if you want to spend that much gold, go for it.
wow, for something that you can never put in your hand?
Mages can use swords.
Yeah, they can wear it.
It's
mages and warlocks.
They can't start the quest though.
I don't think it is.
There you go.
I don't think it is.
I'm
class
pretty sure it's
restricted.
class restricted because I've looked at
Yeah,
it
there's
before.
like I said, there's 4 classes specifically on it.
Oh, I didn't realize
Melee
that.
sword
I
user.
don't think it's actually restricted though. That's like more of a suggestion because people were stupid and they didn't want them to give it to the wrong people in classic.
Yeah, you want to make sure a hunter ends up with it.
I mean, hunters can use
Yeah,
it.
they're
I
on
think.
their names on the list: hunter, warrior, paladin, rogue.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can't get it, but yeah, the actual
I can take over summons. I'm at the spot now.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the Chinese do
Are you
too, so you know the
taking
gold farm
Narg with
market.
you? For here.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Does this mean Dat has to make buff room for greater arcane elixirs now for
Fucking
damage?
better.
Flask supreme power if you can go all the
Well,
way.
it's nature damage, I think.
Yeah.
Supreme power, man. Yeah, great
Yeah,
arcane
great
elixirs
arcane.
is just spell power, bro.
Yeah. They say
Yeah,
arcane, but they're not arcane.
Good thing Melee doesn't carry a flask. He can just wear supreme power all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got Blast of the Titans for next, but
Well, better trade those bitches in, man. More damage. More
Trade him to
damage.
Fluke. Trade him to Fluke. He's got
I
supreme
thought
power.
the guy we killed was in the south.
No, he's in north.
No.
Northwest.
no, he's right here.
Yes, if you kite him.
Hangs out with all its elemental
We're
home.
kiting into Gag gets in.
To Gag gets in. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, Gad gets in.
Gadget? Sin?
No, it's
Did she
Gad
play
gets
Wonder
in.
Woman?
Oh, was that
Gad
close to
gets
Fairy
sand?
Alice? What was Decimus again?
That one was Desolence, right?
Oh yeah, Desolence.
Destilance.
Thank you.
Heck yeah, Essence of Air. Nobody was in range to roll against me.
Nice.
I think we should roll that off.
Seems fair. I rolled 100 already.
Dang it.
All right,
Just
Dak,
kidding, it
you
was
ready
a
for this?
13.
All right, we ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Let's have this guy yell at me again. And complete. Bastard's about to complete the quest. Open a trade window with me. All right. Oh, there he is.
There's the guy.
Oh, got a hearth for Zandalar. I'll be back. Kidding.
It's a real tough fight.
Oh God, what? No, 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 no! That's so fucking rude. Oh my God, I tanked like 3% of that boss, so I think by blood the sword is mine.
Brings up a good point.
It's only fair.
Technically, when you get 1/3 of the sword.
No, 3% is not. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just misheard. I'm bad at math, but not that bad.
Oh wait, where am I going? I wanna
Let's see it.
There is, and Huapang.
Whoppa!
Oh, baby.
It's not even enchanted yet?
Yeah, what the-
Oh my
What a
god.
fucking noob!
That's damn good. Actually.
Why do we even give him nice things?
Got that. That's
Well,
so cool.
Do you have 15 agi?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
It's like bigger than your body, dude.
It is dumbly humongous.
It's like going through the ground.
Basically a two-hand sword you hold in one hand.
It's also like a surfboard.
Chicken that we're supposed to kill.
Yeah, there we go.
It is. We're going to
Oh yeah. Oh, it's glowing
Fire 'em
green
all,
now
right?
too.
I think Kilger wanted to kill a chicken.
Yeah,
Yes,
don't
please,
pour
if
it
you
out.
could.
You just fly
I
to
can get my
Featherwing.
ring.
From the chicken,
Well,
you come
if
right
you're
here
going-
to Fairless.
Wait,
If you're going Dire Maul, you might as well just go Fairless from here anyway.
Say that, but I got you.
Well, people that have their consumes in the mail like me.
We're going to
It's not the
Ferialis.
consumes in the mail. It's needing Blasted Lands buffs and needing to do a couple pummeler runs real fast. That's more of the issue.
Why don't you just destroy all your pummelers and then restore them?
Because it doesn't work.
Yeah, I've tried it a couple weeks in a row and it
Yeah.
hasn't worked for me.
I've read about it on the Druid Discord, but every time I try it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I've tried it with different charges. I've tried it with and without counterweights. It doesn't work.
So many people said it works, but
no charge.
What time was that hard and head at again?
10:45, I think. Right?
Bumped it back. 11:15 heart, 11:30 head.
Okay.
So if you restore the pummeler, do you get the pummeler back with no charges? You just not get it at all.
It's just the same amount you deleted.
Is there really a chicken fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, giant chicken
The
carcass.
quest says, "Bring me a giant chicken."
500 pound. It's used for the bobber to track moths.
Hey, guys, just for the record, Laeriel is going through DM in the first DM group. And does anybody else have summoners on Yojimba?
I can't hear
clicker
you.
over there.
I said, does anybody else have summoners on Yojimba?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, then let
Larry, you're coming to DM on Laeriel first, right?
let Laeriel and Bolt go in first, then.
Just hop me whenever you're ready.
Which part of Ferialis are we flying to?
You go to Feathermoon
Feathermoon.
Stronghold.
Feathermoon.
Yeah, because you're going to the Isle of Dread south of it.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Is there a place to shit in Cenarian?
Like a toilet?
There's lots of
Is there places to shit?
Yeah.
If you go behind, just behind the inn, anywhere out there, out back, you cut out.
Does anybody have some? Anybody have some broom cloth?
So where's the closest place to fly?
Feathermoon.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go to the Stronghold
Rick,
and
what
then
are
just
you
head
reading?
south. Killiger's
You
already.
don't want to know.
God, this sword is stupid big.
Right.
Like on my character screen, it goes down to
Yeah,
like
that's what I was saying. It's bigger than your body.
no. It goes down to like touch the like where it says strength on your stats. That's where the sword tip ends.
Jesus.
now you gotta do the visual glitch so it looks like you're holding two of them, right?
Yeah, if only I knew how to do that.
I don't think it's that
Hold on,
hard.
how much DPS did you gain there from brutality?
I don't know. I'd have
Good
to
40.
I have to send with Dagos.
Several
Significant
DPS.
jump.
I'd say a good 40.
It's like the biggest amount for any one slot of any rogue possible.
I think the Death Sting jump is actually bigger if you are
Death Sting
replacing
jump.
ACLGs as well. But other than that, yeah.
But for a sword, yeah.
It's funny because the reason the Desting's so good for non-human warriors is because you get to put on the Age Core leather gloves.
Right. It's kind of sad, actually.
And the rogues are like, finally I can get rid of these things. And the warriors are like, finally I can wear Age Core leather gloves.
People can start going to DM if they want. We don't need 30, 40 people for this. It just makes it harder.
Okay.
Well, if you're
Especially
ranged, it
melee.
helps. Yeah. So people
More
like
melee,
how
the
tank
harder it
usually.
is.
To mommy, then try to.
As long as we're not multi-boxing with the bulkhead and 4 of his characters, you know, we're good.
Sorry, he had a feral druid in the bush.
Yeah. That was the most absurd fight.
Wait, that's right. You really don't want that much melee for the chicken.
Yeah, it is true, actually. I mean, if there was 30 people, we would kill it in 5 seconds.
Yeah, it
probably,
wouldn't
but-
matter.
Yeah, but yeah, people can start going to DM a few.
Do you want range to come?
It's
Well,
not
I need
hard,
to-
like-
I need to
Yeah,
break this weapon in, so.
Laeriel and Bolt, if you guys want to go get your.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't
First.
first because my summoners are on separate counts.
Bless you.
Thank you. As long as we have a tank, a couple healers, and a few DPS.
At least one Thunder Fury would be ideal.
I mean, yeah, of course.
You gotta see if I can use it first. If I
Oh,
can't,
also, I
then...
just logged in.
Hey guys.
Hey,
hey,
How you feeling, man?
Much better. As earlier I was telling Aces, the thought of looking at the screen made me want to put a drill to my head.
Damn.
But yeah, so much better. I think I just needed a little bit of
It
rest.
tells me you look at computers too much.
Today was one of those days where it was a lot. So
Hey, as long as it's not you dealt with people and you wanted to put a drill through their head, you're alright.
that's right.
That's just a
Alter's actually
regular
got
Those days too.
do you guys need
Do
help
you have
with
any? Do you have any clickers at DM? I have a summoner, but no clickers.
Yep. 1 second. I gotta find them.
I'll log one in right now. Storages, invite storages with a Z.
Just hop Ashpa. I'm on another account right now.
Yeah, I got the island summons.
Rav, turn around when you need to click.
What? I'm gonna go kill. I gotta go kill a chicken. What do you mean?
Sounds like that MC run's gonna go down in history here.
It was spicy.
That was some hot sauce.
It is alright.
You should go back and watch Rav's stream after the binding drop and listen to Dat speak incoherent, undiscernible, just words come out of his mouth. He's like,
Said he had to go to the dry cleaner.
That's all I could hear.
I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. You can't fear them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
some
are
of them are
not
like immune or
soloable.
reflect.
Dale, are you
And
here?
they can reflect your spells too.
What's that?
I sent you a message. Did you get it?
How many people do we need for this? We got like a bunch.
Yeah, we only need like 10. Let's go.
We have
We have
enough.
plenty. When
Oh, we have Artisan and Haotang and a Thunder
I'm
Fury. We're
almost
good.
there.
We're good.
Yeah, all the people who are already on the
I think a
island
lot
will
of
be
people want to see this
exactly
chick.
the right amount.
But I've got a
Big-ass
poison my
chicken.
Thunder Fury.
Don't touch the triangle yet.
There we go.
That's not a chicken.
It is.
Pretty sure when we loot
Kilger,
it, we get some chicken.
Kilger, I don't know what chickens look like where
Wait
you
a
come
minute.
from.
We got a few people who are almost here. Let them get here. Most of our
There we go.
healers.
Kind of long, kind of lightning-y. I mean, yeah.
It's finished chicken.
Finish chicken. I finish you all right.
Don't do it. Alright, I think Kiefer's solo healing YOLO.
I'm pretty sure Artisan.
Leaving him.
Here we go.
Oh no, we got another.
Oh shit.
Didn't I solo heal this once already? I think.
Oh god! Oh god!
might have
Oh
been on-
god! They're all dead.
No,
With the
Ark was
monster.
there, but it was that was Ashpa
Yeah.
playing like 4
Yeah.
characters.
I was healing on Don't We All, but then I was
Oh
also
yeah, yeah. But no, you became the tank, yeah. So
Ryan, are you there?
Ryan had to go. He asked me to jump on. Mix peas.
I told him to check his mail before he left.
So yeah, this DPS increase is pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm glad you were really struggling before.
Are we killing another one?
After losing world buffs, only behind by like 100 damage.
Hey, so
Thank
you guys
you,
want
thank
to
you.
talk about some loot stuff? Or,
Stay alive.
You know, what do you guys want to do? I hear that loot stuff's on the menu. No? Yes? No?
If
Wait,
you
that's it?
If you give me like 3 minutes to wrap my fight hands real quick.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like a few of us should sit on our hands and maybe prepare to mute ourselves so we don't make too many people upset.
Juggernaut
I mean,
is
I
here.
missed the AQ
Yeah,
one. I'm itching.
We've spent a lot of time for Nax here, working in the background in our separate teams. I don't know if you guys realize this, but the Loot Council's been separated into teams focused on specifically, physical loot versus caster loot versus healing loot. So hopefully this will be a little bit more clear and orderly compared to last loot discussions. But obviously, we like to talk with the guild to make sure that our decisions and where we think things should be going in terms of who it's best for, who it should be going to first in terms of classes, makes sense to everyone. And that if there are any things that people are concerned about or want to ask questions about, we can get it done now. So I am a bit distracted here, but true as always, I personally like to just open up Atlas Loot, pull up Naxxramas, and get started. Do you guys want to talk about trash first, or do you guys want to go top from bottom? Does anyone have a preference, or do you guys want to talk about tier items? Or
You might as well knock out trash.
Trash,
Yeah,
yeah,
knock
for sure.
Out some trash.
Let's go trash.
I mean, half the trash loot's
Says
bad
the base
anyways.
rogue.
Yeah, let's go trash, and then we'll do tier last. That's almost semi-self-explanatory. Before we get started, I want everybody to understand we all have been doing loot a specific way. I think we added RC Loot Council here recently. I need you guys to understand. If an item drops, this is our biggest pet peeve as a Loot Council, and I know most of you guys don't know this. If an item drops that you think you can use, wear, is something you're going to wear down the road or whatever, click the main spec or off spec or whatever button you're going to pick, and if you want to pass it, that's fine. But don't not roll on or link for something because you think you're not going to get it. I cannot tell you how many times in the last 2 phases we had someone listed on an item. They chose not to get it because they thought they wouldn't, and it went to like the 3rd or 4th person we would have given it to because 3 or 4 people just didn't link for it. That has happened more than you guys know. So if you want something, don't think, well, if I link for everything, they're going to think I'm greedy. We will not think you're greedy. We won't, right? Unless you link for everything like Decipher and actually win everything, then we're going to be like, what the heck? I'm joking. But seriously, though, like, make sure you guys link for something if you want it. Main spec, off spec, whatever. There's a note section. If you're like, I want to go main spec, but I would pass servo arm to Chet because he's awesome, put it in the notes. Any note you think you want to put in there, just put it in there. That'll help the Loot Council understand why you click the item. And then when we have our talks, we can adjust things based on how each person wants to go. Like maybe somebody wants a staff, maybe somebody wants a one hand and main hand off hand. We don't know until you tell us. So link for stuff, use the note section. That's my only, I'm off the soapbox. I'm not wrong though, right, Dale?
No, not at all. I mean, stuff goes to people. We certainly try and spread loot around and make sure everyone has their fair share and everyone is, able to perform their duties accordingly. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but we categorize loot into 4 tiers at this point. Tier 1 is basically, almost basically free for all stuff that's not going to really impact the raid in any meaningful way. Level 2 items are items that could be a minor upgrade, but there are certainly better items available than that, either in current content or past content. So a lot of that stuff is used as catch up or fill in, when waiting for some of the bigger items. And then, of course, level 3 items are BIS or so close to BIS that it's hard to discern between them. And then, of course, level 4 items are just items that are such a huge upgrade or so rare. All legendaries fall into that category, and obviously some of the rarer items in Naxxramas fall in that category. And so, with that being said, guys, let's just get going on this, right? The first few items here, or the first item on the trash list, obviously doesn't drop for us. Pauldron's Elemental Fury. The next ones, Shoulders of the Grand Crusader, obviously are just strictly Paladin. Necro Knight's Garb, Priest Mage Warlock. I mean, obviously, I don't think that even needs to be talked about. It's just trash robes, level 1. Maybe if someone's a PvP or something, put a note in there if it's something you're actually going to, use with any length of time outside of raid. But the first big item on the list would be Ghoulskin Tunic.
You streaming this, by the way?
I'm streaming.
Or is anyone?
Yeah. You can watch either Ravs or Ashboth.
Okay.
Either one works.
Yeah, Laeriel has it open too.
Or Laeriel's.
Just post the link so everyone
It's in
can.
the Guild stream channel.
Yeah, the Guild stream channel has it all.
So this is the first. I'm going to link it here in Guild so other people can see. This is the first real item of contention. Ghoulskin Tunic, obviously extremely good leather item. Has 411 armor, which means it has as much armor or more armor than a lot of male pieces. And with 40 strength and 2 crit, it's obvious. A lot of warriors, druids are going to want this item. Obviously, as a bear tank, I feel a certain way about this item, so I'm not going to say too much, but, this thing's fucking badass.
Yeah.
You just want to have James do melee stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So, priors will be adjusted. I mean, we don't really go hard prio on just about anything, but, I'll kind of give you an idea on certain things. As far as setting whether it's a level 1, 2, or 3, very few level 1s in Nax. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Very few level 1s in Nax. It's obvious the ones that are level 1s are very obvious. It's off-spec gear, stuff that just nobody's going to want, right? I don't know, Hungry Cold or something. Level 2 really is kind of a float thing. Almost everything in here is going to be level 3, and there's going to be a ton of level 4s this time around because it's the end of the game. So, there's certain items that we know are probably going to go to one class before another, and then there's some that are just so good that it's going to come down to the player versus the class. The player is going to be greater than the class. So if it's a warrior rogue item and we have some just really key players to put the piece in their hand and balance loot and all that is going to be calculated in, it may come down to which player deserves it most because of guild culture, fit, everything they've done for the guild the whole time they're here. All that stuff matters. Attendance, performance, whether they buff or not is a very low part of that equation, but performance being, do they perform at the best of their abilities at all times, on time, sign up, yes, sign-ups matter, attendance, plus is it good for the raid, is it a good balance? So understand that anything you hear us say, it may not always go that way. I may say, cat over rogue, cat first, then rogue, or you may hear us say things like that. That's not always going to be the case. That's just kind of what the item's leaning towards. And if you see something tonight where you feel like it's a question, you don't have to bring it up tonight or this thing will go 7 hours and Dane will punch me in the face. All you have to do is just send a PM on Discord to me or to Fluke or to Rav, and we'll get it to the whole loot council. We'll talk about it, and we'll make adjustments as needed because we want your input just as much as we want our own. This isn't this isn't a monarchy here. So, Ghoulskin Tunic pretty easily. It's good for bears. It's good for cats. It's also good for certain DPS warriors. That's kind of where I can leave that item, and it's solidly, as far as the melee loot council is concerned, a level 3, unless anybody has a problem with that on the loot council. Dale?
I mean, I don't have an issue with that. I mean, it's definitely a really good item. I don't think it's worth level 4. So I mean, I think 3 is a good spot for it.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's an amazing one. Go to the next one.
All right, we have more Pally loot. Ring of Eternal Flame is the next one of note. So this obviously it's fire damage, it's spell crit. It's put third in terms of just pure itemization stats as far as castering goes for mages. So that was a pretty easy level 3 for us, especially because the only 2 that beat it both have spell hit on them, and balancing hit on our mage core is something that we're aware of going into next. Anything to add, Dale?
No, I have nothing to add. I mean, it's one of those items. You'll notice that a lot of rings are we're going to call level 3 because they're like within a DPS or 1 and a
I
quarter.
think 2.6, right, is the gap between this and not Fallen God, but the one we'll get to later.
Yeah. It's almost nothing. So I mean, this is certainly an item that definitely worth level 3. We got a limited number of rings, so try and link whatever ones you guys want whenever they do drop, and don't worry about thing. We're trying to make sure you guys don't accidentally overhit caps. So just link for stuff you want. Level 3, nothing to add.
Real quick, Chicken's dead in Felwood.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been dead. Yeah.
Okay. I only have 20 shards left, so I may need some more locks to summon some of these people when you get here.
I mean, there's no rush. It's going to be a lot of waiting in line anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You think 16
Next one?
pummelers is enough for tomorrow?
Sure.
Hope so.
I mean, we got Stygian. I don't know how to say that word. Buckler. It's a
Stygian?
situational. Yeah, it's a situational. Off spec. Tank / PvP item. This is what I would call level 1 item, but James, this is physical land.
Yeah, it's level 1 situational tank. If a tank wants to take it for situation, that's fine. Otherwise, it's probably going to go to some kind of off spec, whatever.
I don't really think we need to spend any more time on that. The next juicier item would be Harbinger of Doom.
It's
Again,
level 1.
it's just this is
situationally. I'll tentatively put this up front. Situationally, good for hunters. I know we don't have a lot of them, but it will always be Dagger Rogue over Hunter if the Dagger Rogues choose to take this. I know there's situations where Dagger Rogue may not take this. They may go straight Max the Fang if they have certain items, and I understand that. But I want Rogues to understand if they're ever going to use this, they will always use this more than a Hunter. Because Hunters have better gear down the road. This is only a placement to exchange some stats around. That's all. Other than that, it's level 3.
Next one is also you, my friend. Misplaced servo arm.
I mean,
better linking this shit for you guys.
Level 3, all day long. Great weapon. Hopefully we get a bunch of these. May not see any. It's pretty simple. Mace Rogue gets the first shot at 1 and 2nd if they want it. After that, I know there's a lot of dual wield warriors that wouldn't mind picking this up as a placeholder, and we're perfectly fine with that.
That really concludes trash for us, guys. Next thing up is Anub Rakani, rather. We're gonna skip the tier pieces for now. It sounds like we said.
Yeah.
The very first thing up on there is Touch of Frost. James, did you want to talk about Frost gear at all now, or?
Frost's gear is pretty straightforward. Main tank, probably not going to need any unless it's choice pieces that would be good even if it didn't have Frost Resist on it. Healers are not going to wear a lot. Priests are going to be probably in their 8-piece tier too. It's extremely good for this, especially raid healing because you're just dropping hots on everybody. With that understanding that your necks and rings that drop, if they're caster worthy, may end up going to those priests. We don't know yet 100%, but they can't take their tier off, so it's not fair to them. They need a little bit of frost resist somewhere. If they choose to do it, it's probably going to come in jewelry more than anything. But if you see frost resist, leather go to leather, plate mail go to mail, plate go to plate. Once all the mail weathers or leather wearers have it, start changing it from there. But it wouldn't be fair for a hunter to take a leather piece even though it has better stats. Yada yada yada. So frost resist gear is pretty straightforward. I don't even think we need to talk about it. We will make sure that we are as SAF ready as possible. So just trust us on the FR gear. That's all I can say there.
Okay, guys. Next up is Cryptfiend Silk Cloak. Another physical item.
Yeah. So Cryptfiend Silk Cloak. We talked about that. We've got that listed. Really good. It's a really good situational feral cloak, more than it is for anything else. Our warriors have better cloaks with hit on them, so it really comes down to a mitigation cloak. It's something I could see a main tank bear getting, an off tank bear getting, some of our main tanks eventually wanting, warrior off tanks. It's a good filler slot, but it's definitely I would want to see this in feral hands as quickly as possible.
It's hard to ignore 203 armor on an item.
Yeah, that's insane.
But it's level 2, so we have it as level 2.
I was gonna say that probably makes sense. I mean, I think the Elementium threaded cloak from Blackwing Lair actually sims just a little higher in terms of pure mitigation, but in terms of the total package, that one's probably a little bit nicer in terms of providing a hit and a little bit of other stats. So, yeah, I could see an argument for upgrading it if someone was so inclined, but I could also see a good argument keeping it too.
Are you done with your Blasted Lance buffs, Dale?
I am, but I'm running to Island real fast with Ryan and myself, and then I have to go to Winter Spring and get Juju's on Fluke for both Ryan and I. So
That same. Are you ready for summon?
I'm getting Juju's, and I'll be ready for something. I'll let you know.
So guys, next item up, it's going to continue on this physical loot train. We got Risk Guards of Vengeance. I linked them in Guild for us.
Low end level 3 item, warrior DPS over tank threat item, just across the board. Tanks get better items in that slot, and tanks start to lean away from Fury Defiance more and go to more beefiness. So it's definitely, we're going to want to get that in our warrior DPS hands, and definitely solid level 3.
Great item. Okay, guys. Next up, excuse me about that. First piece of healing loot. Do we have Zach or Laeriel in here?
I'm here.
I just link Band of Unanswered Prayers, Ring off of a Noob.
Again, this is a really nice ring, probably for Priest Druid, probably completely, unless they really don't want it. The Paladins had their run in AQ with the Ring of the Martyr. The Spirit obviously being key for a Priest or a Druid. Unless somebody else feels differently, that's probably where it's going to be going.
I mean, as someone not particularly invested in healing gear, that makes perfect sense to me. Give it to classes that can actually benefit from the Spirit.
I mean, priests do get a better one in their class ring too, so.
Mm-hmm. What did you guys call this one on the
I just
list?
shifted up.
Level 3?
Yeah, it's considered level 3.
Next up, guys, is Gem of Nerubis. I'll go ahead and link it again. Matt, if you wouldn't mind talking about this lovely item.
Yeah, so it's a decent statted one-hander. It's comparable to Master Dragon Slayer's Orb. Most of the applications, though, are on trash. There's better boss DPS one-handers. There's higher spell damage one-handers. So if anybody's so inclined, they could. This is actually not a terrible thing to pick up and play around with, but it's definitely level 1. It's outclassed in pretty much every facet by at least one other item.
That being said, guys, trash sets are a good thing. If you've built one, excellent. If you haven't,
If you're
consider
watching
doing so.
Rav's stream, you can check out this sexy assortment of trash gear right now.
Mm-hmm. It's really good stuff. We don't hold it against you. So, link for this stuff, guys. Next up, we are on Grand Widow Fairlina. First item up is another caster item, similar to the last one. If you wouldn't mind speaking on it again, Matt, if you don't. Mind.
Yeah, so this is a little bit different because whereas the offhand was outclassed in every area, this is quite solidly a tier 2 neck piece. You're trading a lot less damage for the spell pen, and it has more of it. The only things that will outclass this are your Choker, the Fire Lords, Twin Imps neck, KT neck. So it's a solid number 2.
Yeah, this neck is actually really good. Don't sleep on this neck. If you haven't managed to get one of those other necks, this is a good one to get for sure.
Yeah, mages for AoE. Spell pen definitely is going to vastly outpace other damage stats just because you don't have everything. Curse and partial resist are real.
Next item up for us is a piece of frost loot, so we're just going to go ahead and skip over it. I will link it just in case people are curious of what drops. Next piece after that is again another frost piece. Again, just going to link it so people can see. Get past it. Next rule item here is the Widow's Embrace. Zach, if wouldn't mind taking
Look
away.
at this thing. Oh,
Pretty mace.
it is a pretty mace. I will say this is a good catch-up item. Primarily going to a priest or druid without a scepter or regalia. I'd like to focus a little more on paladins, but if somebody is lacking in that slot, they probably get a chance at it as well.
Yeah, I mean, with the fact that paladins can only use one-handers, and there's an extremely good healing staff in here, and the AQ40 staff being already extremely good, especially if you consider the MP5, I could understand trying to get a couple of paladins on this if they're lacking a good item, but I could also see this being used as catch-up for healers who haven't managed to get an AQ40 staff, or maybe still wearing MC gear or Blackwing Layer gear. Would you guys call this level 3?
I think probably without question.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing.
It's a good one. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Oh,
Next item up. Another, guess what? Another brand new physical item.
What's up? So this
Wow.
one's easy. It's good. It's great for tanking. It's great for off tanking. And there's certain situations where this is really good in some DPS's hands. It is a low end, and I mean low end level 3 item for all of those situations, only because it can be replaced in this instance. It could even be said that it's a level 2 item, but it's better than anything we've had that was level 3s before. So unless we go adjusting down our prios, I'm out, by the way, if the next person wants to go in. If we adjust down our prios, I could see this going down to a 2 if we wanted to crunch, but I don't know that we're going to crunch again. So just giving you a heads up there. Also, guys in DM, we're trying to do heart at 11:15, so make sure you're cycling in and out as fast as possible. Don't go AFK in there.
I think Widow's Remorse is a perfect item to use as an example for it. Link for it if you're relatively interested in it all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and do not sleep on 63 DPS.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's a really good item. I mean, there are a few items in this instance that are better than that, but with that being said, like this is still in the top 3 or 4 swords in the game.
Yeah.
5 swords maybe. So I mean, like, I would be hard to deep prio this to level 2, just because the bottom line is we're not going to get enough of those other items to equip every one of our dual wielders with all of the best items. So legitimately link for this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, had Dad not gotten the Thunder Fury, this would be an item I could see holding him over until he did get it.
Yeah,
Like, that's where that kind of stuff goes, you know.
Yep.
But great tanking item. One of 2 in this instance that are just really good.
Mexna?
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to do stuff on this other character.
Alright, so our next one is Pendant of Forgotten Names. So this is, Zach, do you want to take this one? It's Veilneck 2.0.
I'll take this one. Level 1, possibly going to shard that thing.
Yeah. We are disappointed a little bit when we see this. It's good MP5 though. So if you don't have a neck that says mana per 5 seconds on it, then get one.
We do not need Nexus crystals. If there's something you think you may use at any point, just please take it, even if it's to make water. I don't care.
It's like a water making necklace.
Dispel.
So after that, we're looking at Crystal Web Robes. So in addition to just looking amazing, these are incredibly good. 53 spell damage is comparable to what you'll see on your tier 3 robes without the extra green text on them. So these are, in fact, best in slot for Shadow Priest robes, and they are a little bit behind tier 3 robes for mages and warlocks, but we'll be looking in the Shadow Priest direction first, and we have 8 casters, we're not going to get 8 tier 3 chest pieces in 1 week. So, as we have more of these available, it's definitely a solid holdover until tier 3 chests.
Should be tier 4 based on looks.
Yeah, I mean, it is incredible.
It's
So
pretty
we
sick
put
with
this, so we put this at a level 3, as we do with some things like Mission Dares. After you have your tier 3 chest, this will not double count against you when we're looking at level 3 items. Just so you guys are aware of that. If we gave you something as a holdover and then subsequently replaced it, there's no double dipping there. So next one, James, this should be relatively quick to go over. It's a trinket. Kiss of the spider.
Yeah. Solid level 4. Don't need to say anything else about that. Classes that are interested in this. Well, I'll even say roles that are interested in this. Warrior DPS, cats, bears, rogues, and hunters all have a personal stake in this item. It is best for just about all of them in certain situations. So it's a level 4. Those classes are interested in it. If anybody has serious thoughts about the way they think it should go, feel free to PM me. I'll get with Ryan. We'll talk it through. We kind of have an idea where we're going to go with this, but we'll take any input anybody wants to give us as well. So we'll take it into consideration. But level 4, those are the classes that want it.
Keeping up with the trend, the next one on here is Wraithblade. So all of our casters are salivating when they look at this. It's basically the AQ40 staff in a one-hander in terms of its itemization. And as well as when paired with a comparable offhand is the single highest damage boost in the game. So we also we didn't dish out a lot of level 4s on the caster side, but this was one of them. I think we had 2, in fact. There are 3 in the entire instance.
I did want to mention, if you exclude the buff off of Atiesh, most of the higher end caster items in this instance, the 2 staves, the one-hander, and Atiesh, are actually very close in terms of damage. Not everyone is going to end up with a Wraithblade offhand combo. We're going to have brimstones, and we're going to have KT staves, and we're going to have Atieshes. So just link for these things, because you may be waiting forever if you're waiting for one of those choice end items and just not end up with a caster item.
Oh, there's a ZG buff going out.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Not scheduled.
I thought it was 115.
And ours is scheduled.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry
not
about
ours. Okay.
Do we have summons to DMT still?
We do.
Just because it came up, this was inquired about for paladins.
There is a heart going.
The answer to that, I'm sorry to say, is going to be a hard no unless we see 9 of them. 8. If we
Which
saw
item?
8 of them, Wraithblade.
Wraithblade? Oh yeah.
Yeah. If we see 8 of them, I could see the 8th one going to a paladin, which is possible.
Okay.
So next up is sorry, I just logged onto my lock. I think it's Maximus Fang.
I summoned a pain. Dale, did you need one?
I'm going to need one in just a minute. I'm just doing Jujus right now.
Sure. Makes this Fane?
Yep. So I think that's
me, isn't
Juju's.
it? Okay, so yeah, this is one of those items where somebody may not roll on Harbinger of Doom for whatever reason. I understand Dagger Rogues get a little wonky. This is a much needed item from Dagger Rogues. We understand that completely. It is the higher end level 3. I did make it a level 4. We strictly listed Dagger Rogues on there. There's not much of a situation where a hunter is going to want to get their hands on this. So after Dagger Rogues, if you're interested in it for whatever reason, please link for it.
Let's see if Maxwell actually needs the heart. I don't think we can.
Alright, so that does it for Spiderwing. Which are we going?
Noth.
Plague Wing next.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So next is Noth, and we're starting with Cloak of the Scourge. Is it? Sorry, I just swapped over. Yeah. So we're starting with Cloak of the Scourge.
Alrighty. It's a good cloak. It's a level 2 item. It is situationally pretty decent for off-tank ferals. It's also, I can see situations where a rogue may want to get this as well, but it's not a hot commodity item, so level 2.
It's a nice place to get a piece of hit.
It is.
Just speaking for the off-tank druids, 23 stamina is going to be huge for soaking on hateful strikes and having some threat stats whenever you're going to have to sacrifice a lot of threat stats other places just to maintain enough armor and stamina. Is going to be nice. So this is definitely a good item, but not anything to write home about.
Next.
So next is Band of the Inevitable. So this is 36 one hit. So we're looking at this is basically same DPS stats as Ring of the Fallen God. Again, it's a little less flexible because of the spell hit when we're comparing it to the Trash Ring. But like we said earlier, all these rings are within about 2 DPS of one another. So this is one of the other ones we called a level 3.
It's a good item.
Pretty good. So after that, we have Frost Resist, Hailstone Band, and then that brings us to Zach. We're looking at Noth's Frigid Heart.
Hey, Zach, run in.
Excellent offhand for basically any healer that needs to upgrade. We haven't seen any, maybe one Satyra's Might on weekend. I don't think we've even seen one on weekday. So whoever's using a one hand makes the most sense for
But
them.
this is way cooler.
Yeah, it looks way cooler. Again, probably not a paladin item, unless the priests and druids really shown an interest in it.
Yeah. So after that, we what did we call this level was? Sorry.
They have it listed as 2.
That's a 2. Okay.
Clearly paired with a 3 or 4 a weapon, I would assume.
So what we're looking at after that, we have Libram of Light. So Paladin here, and then that brings us to Hatchet of Sundered Bone.
If we had warriors that weren't human with edge masters, this would be theirs. Outside of that, it's best in slot hunter. So it'd be hunter. After that, anybody that's interested in it, link level 3 item.
So you said McPain for his locker.
First locker, yeah.
All right, so that does it for Noth. Up next is Hygen. And we're looking at the Preceptor's Hat. So this thing is, again, just ludicrous amounts of pure spell damage. We're looking at 51 here. And you'll notice a trend when we get to things that just have a ton of flat spell damage on them. They're really appealing to Shadow Priests.
Who do I ask for a summon to tribute?
It's going out right now.
So again, this is something that we would be leaning more towards Shadow Priest first, and then using as placeholders for other casters after they get their tier 3, or before they get their tier 3 helm. So it's level 3 for that reason. And not to mention its best looks.
I was gonna say that's a level 4 in looks too.
It is so cool.
Thank you for the summons.
So we have more Frost Resist after that. 2 more pieces of Frost Resist. So the Scale Coif and the Icebane Helmet. And then we'll throw it back to Zach for the Necklace of Necropsy. Or Necrosi? I don't know.
Again, excellent priest druid neck. You have not received a Sithun neck, obviously. Probably Paladin is the last prio. I doubt many Paladins will take it if they don't already have the something better.
Okay. And level wise, we had this at a 3.
I believe that is a solid 3. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
You ain't gonna replace that with anything.
No.
Right. Following that is Leg Blades of Carnage.
Okay. Again, before I go into this, Leg Plates of Carnage. Before I go into this, 11:15 to 11:20 Heart. Please start wrapping up DM buffs as you can. Get to ZG Island. They're summoning. 11:30 Head Drop. We've got this scheduled, so we're trying to keep to that. So just pay attention to that and get in on it as soon as you can. Call out when you're out. Leg Plates of Carnage. Level 3, Warrior DPS. Don't need to really say anything else about that.
All right, cool. All right, so we'll keep it with James. So first piece off of Lotheb is Band of Unnatural Forces.
All right, so we're looking at another really good hit piece. Solid stats. There's warriors that are going to want this. There's rogues that are going to want this. There's cats that are going to want this. It is currently listed as a level 3. If anybody thinks it should be lowered, feel free to toss that information my way.
Well, it's very solid.
I was gonna say, how do you guys weigh these things when you're looking at like obviously like the rogue tier ring is ridiculous.
What do you need?
So I mean, like obviously, it would be easier to say like, okay, maybe not rogue first couple in terms of like on the list because you can get the KT ring, but that's obvious.
Well,
Pairing.
everybody needs 2 rings. So
Can you wear 2?
So it wouldn't preclude you from getting another ring somewhere.
Right.
Because KT is the last boss in the instance.
Yeah. KT
More or less, my point is this is another one of those items where it's link if you're interested in it. It's your guys' decision.
Yes. Yeah, KT loot, people need to understand Saf and KT loot, but KT especially. We're not looking to balance gear with KT loot as much as it's kind of like the icing on the cake loot. We really want to balance getting up to that point. But if we're killing it and getting that gear just as easily as we're getting everything else, it will fall into a balance. We want some raid balance there, but that's, Saffron KT loot is kind of like its own instance in this phase. You have the instance and then you have those two.
All right. Next is thanks for the question, Rick. Next is Ring of Spiritual Fervor.
It's a
Again,
shard.
this has mana per 5 on it. So if you need something that says mana per 5,
it's a shard.
This says mana per 5.
Prestigious item.
That's a level
I
1.
was gonna say, I could use that. I only have 1 MP5 ring.
We'll gloss over it. All right. So next is a neat little ditty, Lotheb's Reflection.
That is a neat little ditty.
Did any of you guys have some comment you wanted to make for this?
It's we don't know exactly how it's going to function with Saffron. It's a resistance piece. It'll be free rolled like any Frost Resist, and we just have it as level 1.
Yeah. All right. So keep it with James. I have Narub.
It will definitely be going to Hunter. There are some dual wield Hunter. There are some 2-hand Hunter items playing around. We already kind of discussed how those are going to go, but they'll definitely go to the 2-hand Hunter first, then the dual wield Hunter, and then likely McPain's Closet. Jokingly, LOL. Level 3, solid level 3.
Pretty cool. Next is Brimstone Staff. You want to take this one, Dale? Let me get it.
Sure, man. This is a really good item. 2 hit on it, a bunch of spell power, 1 crit, lots of stats. We talked about it before, but in truth, it doesn't actually send that much lower than even the best combos in the game. I mean, I think, what was it, like 20 DPS or something like that?
Dale, click on one of your characters, please.
Yeah, it was. It was less than 20.
Yeah. So, I mean,
and that's if you have the Saffron offhand.
All right. So, consider that. It's awesome. If you notice that you're missing some hit, it's certainly a good option for that. Just as a caster, I would be linking for all these items, personally speaking, because you honestly, there's no way to know when you're going to get whatever.
And just to preclude, this is not class restricted. A lot of times you see the 2-hit, and you think it might be more of a warlock favored, but there is space for mages to fit 2-hit into a weapon slot, and that does, taking something like this, we accommodate that with things like the trash ring, right? So you get more crit pieces in other places because you don't need the spell hit for things like ring slot. Yeah, so solid level 3.
Definitely.
Right, so that does it with the green guys.
And it fucking looks cool, guys. I'm sorry, just fucking look at it.
It's like a bat on a staff, and there's fire. So next is Instructor Resuvius. So we'll keep it with casters. We're looking at Veil of the Eclipse. This thing is basically Cloak of the Broodlord with 10 extra spell pen on it. So again, don't sleep on trash DPS. It's outclassed by a lot of other cloaks for boss damage, but as far as trash damage goes, I would put this probably second in the game. So it's pretty great. So we gave it I think a solid 2 for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So after that is Onslaught Girdle 2.0.
Pulling that up. Sorry.
Dang.
What's that?
Oh, those are good sets.
Oh, yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. That is Warrior DPS before tank, level 3 item. Onslaught Girdle with a whole extra crit and dodge on it. So it's amazing. Next.
Signet of the Fallen Defender. So we'll keep it with you.
Yeah, I think it's main tank bear over off tank bear. Warriors can get it after them. We have it as a level 3 mitigation item that can be adjusted. We're still talking feral stuff out. But yeah, that's that.
Right, so we have a Druid Idol of Longevity. It's class only stuff. Obviously, that's going to go to Druids and then to Nexus Crystals.
Mhm.
Right. After that is Wand of the Whispering Dead. So where did this fit in for Healer 1, Zach?
I mean, only priests can use wands.
Priest at this point.
So it's going to priest. So if you guys were wondering, like, hey, I wanted a wand off of Bug Family because it's got 19 healing on it, this is one of the reasons why we didn't give that to healers, because this one has 22, and only healers can use this.
I mean, if you guys really want, I can put it in my bag.
I say, can warriors use
Make
it?
them
Because
feel
I
better.
completely can see them asking for that for flash
No,
attack.
no, they can't use wands.
Wasn't sure.
They're not magic boys. Yep. All right, so we'll kick it back to James for Iblis.
What level is that? Does it have a level since it's just priests?
I think most class-specific items were held to a 1 or a 2.
It's a 1 or a 2. Yeah, it's nothing. That stuff doesn't really.
Whatever the
affect
Libram
it.
or the idol is, it'll be all the same.
Yeah, it's a 1 on the. It's a 1 on the Libram. We don't actually have the wand up on the sheet.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah, we do. It says ranged. This says 3 on that.
It's probably too high. Should be the same as the Libram or the idol.
I mean, if we're gonna count the mages ones against them, why wouldn't we count the priest ones against them? Let's get real.
Yeah, so maybe we need to make sure we're being.
I mean, if you put it as a 3, is a priest gonna say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna keep my 11 healing because I don't want to waste a 3 spot on this"? And
You don't have to
becomes
worry
crystal
about.
instead?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that.
And to clarify, the caster wands, spoiler alert, are not level 3s. So
Yeah, this will go down. That was just a placeholder. Yeah. But yeah, y'all don't have to worry about if something's a level 3 or not. That's more for balancing on the loot council side to make sure no one person's getting anything too great. But
and we don't go through that and make sure everybody has the same number.
Exactly.
That's not how stuff.
Small variable, not large variable.
Fangus is in the middle of the ramp, so it's going to be a minute before we can actually do any more tribute buffs.
So next is Iblis. It's blue.
I mean, it's in the middle of the ramp, in the middle of the hall. There's no way around it.
I know.
Is the last 5 in right now? Okay, that's good. Iblis. Warriors want it in certain situations. Rogues want it in certain situations. Some warriors would say this and Hungry Cold is best. Some warriors would say Grisel and Hungry Cold is best. Some of them would be right, some of them would be wrong, but we're not going to argue for that. Some warriors want it, some rogues want it. Hunters can use it again, same as the Harbinger of Doom. It's a very minimal step holder item, so hunters would get it last. So Laeriel, stop licking your chops, jokingly. Warrior Rogue level 3. Again, level 3 because it could possibly be replaced in the instance, depending on who you talk to.
Right. So that does it for Vesuvius. Next up is Gothic. There is Frost Resist Headpiece, Frost Resist Headpiece, and then the Sadist Collar.
Sadist Collar, there's better necks in this instance, and there's better necks from AQ in certain hands. This is a tank threat item specifically for certain classes. So that's probably where this is going to go first, and it's not even a level 3. I think we have a level. Yeah, we have a level 2. So
After that is Soul Harvester's Bindings. So initially these look pretty neat. However, itemization-wise, they're quite a bit. You're losing 6 spell damage off of your Rock Fury to make this crit to hit trade. So it's usually, I think, 4th or 5th place you would look to do it. So this is actually lower tier on the caster priority. So don't be surprised if paladins are interested, if you see some going that way, because we'd rather get you things like Frostfire Boots, Trash Ring, stuff like that.
Okay.
After that, Boots of Displacement.
Boots of Displacement. Rogues and cats are going to want them. We have a specific caveat where they may go and why, but they're a level 2 item. There's better for both.
Is there such an
Would rogues
interesting
not get that first?
What's that?
No, would rogues not get that first if they're picking runes?
Again, there's caveats to this item we may consider when we're handing it out.
Yeah, that item is weird. It's like almost really good.
So next is 4 Horsemen. I want to preface this by saying this is in all likelihood going to be the last boss that we kill out of the 4 wings.
Likely the hardest in the entire instance.
Yeah.
My favorite fight in this game.
All right, so starting it off, nothing too exciting here. Leggings of the Apocalypse, James?
Leggings of the Apocalypse, yep. Level 3 item. Bears are going to want them. Cats are going to want them. And surprisingly enough, 2-hand warriors may show interest in this. Pretty obvious the way this is going to go. Solid level 3 item. That's about it.
All right. Following that up is Seal of the Damned. Again, this is one of those rings that's within 2 DPS. In case you guys are curious, this is the single highest DPS itemized ring in the game for both mages and warlocks by, I think, about 7.7 over number 2. But it's a solid level 3 there.
Is Nature Nova done?
No, she went offline. She's been
After
outside
this,
for a long time.
Warmth of Forgiveness. Zach, do you have anything special to say about this?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So this is, out of all the 4 Horsemen loot you can get, this is not the most exciting.
It doesn't even say shard. It just says ... That's all.
Let's hope it never drops. Otherwise, everybody's going to be sad.
All right. Next is Soul String.
Melee DPS.
It looks fucking cool.
It says level 3. It's probably going to be level 2, to be honest. It's not really an upgrade. It's kind of a side grade.
Then we have fucking Maul of the Redeemed Crusader.
Grat's probably off spec.
Yeah, Prophet Scarab Mace 2.0.
Dude, it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Is massive.
Not as cool as the next one.
All right. And then after that we have Corrupted Ashbringer.
It's a level 4 item. We can move on.
Yep. Pretty good.
I actually think this item looks stupid.
I think it looks like a giant.
Where are we at with the people in PM?
They all
by the
just
way.
got the king buff.
Just got our king buffs.
That's Rat Prior, right?
So
Let me
if
know-
you guys
Let me know when the last one's summoned in there, please.
if you guys have ever seen the Toon World episode of Yu-Gi-Oh, that's what this sword reminds me of. All right, at least one
I
person
definitely
got
see
that
that.
reference. Okay.
Indeed. I got you.
All right. So patchwork. So this is moving on to the A-bomb wing. So this is we're gonna start off Zach with Cloak of Suturing.
Excellent here, Cloak. This can kind of go to any class. It's basically who hasn't gone to Sithun Cloak at this point, probably.
It's pretty cool. Level 3 then, if it's comparable.
Yeah, without question.
Band of Reanimation, James. This can't be good, right? It only has one stat on it.
Yep, one stat. Nobody wants it. Level 1 item. Put it in my bag. Just kidding. Level 3 item for hunters. It's one of their best in slot rings.
It's a lot of agility.
what?
Any
Done.
from a layman's standpoint, for rogues, this is just less appealing than other options.
Yeah, no, there's way better rogues in other tiers of content than that.
Yeah, there you go.
I said rogues, I meant rings.
It is almost a 2 crit 34 attack power if you're.
I'm still not over getting Thunder Fury, guys. I'm sorry.
Was that our?
Oh, it's not gonna hit you.
Was that
No.
our reset on Mattingly?
Yes, that's our
Use that?
reset on
Okay.
Mattingly.
Fearals may want that Band of Reanimation. Just throwing it
Kitties?
out there.
It's 1.5 DPS for about 10 stamps, so I would take it if literally it was going to get disenchanted. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's not crazy. It's just something that they may want.
it's like that other ring, right? It's like I'd take it if you guys are just gonna get rid of it, but I wouldn't put myself above other people.
Pause the loot real quick. How are we? What's the ETA? There's whole guilds waiting for this.
Yes.
By the way,
Jesus.
Fluke McPain.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting whispered for.
Let
I
me know
need,
when those summons are out.
I'm just grabbing my last buff here in about 20 seconds, so I could use a summon.
Who's dropping the heart?
I will.
Okay.
Maxwell is.
Get ready to drop it. Everybody log on, so when Fluke appears, we can drop it. Then
I
we're
have
all
to get
taking a mage.
McPain.
Well, I have to get McPain too.
McPain's gonna be
I
the
know
last.
you're 20 seconds on both, right?
Well, basically, yeah.
Okay. Tell us when you're on the island. We'll drop it.
People are getting pissy in chat.
Yeah.
They can get over it.
Yeah, they can fuck out.
K-Chow blames you, by the way.
I am clicking on the buff now.
Blames me.
Yeah. I totally blame Aces.
Nice.
Let me know when McPain's feet are on the ground.
I just need as soon as the summon comes out, I'll hit accept and I'll be here.
Open the mage portals as
Go, go,
soon
go,
as
go.
the buff goes out.
I'm here.
Log on.
All right. Don't wait. I caught the last one. That's why I'm not logging over.
If anyone else needs to beat you, trade it out.
Tell me when you're here.
We're here, man. Here,
All right.
here.
Drop it when you're ready. Dat, you need to log on. Hao Tang, Laeriel,
Yeah, I'm logged.
Rav, Dazzle.
I caught the one 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the head. I logged in and Storm.
Sorry. We're taking the port. Yep, drop ZG. Dazzle got his. Laeriel, you're logging on or you already got it?
Already got it.
Okay. Alright, Stormwind portal as soon as he announces it. Pick your item. There you go. It's 60 seconds, so where are you dropping the port?
Don't click the portal.
Yeah, don't click that portal.
It's already in front
I've
of
done
me.
it before.
I already had it.
We'll probably need a second one. It's probably not going to stay up that long.
They stay up for like 2 minutes, I think.
It's 1
I
minute.
thought it was 60 seconds.
It's 60 seconds.
Okay, 60 seconds.
Yeah, you can look at the cooldown on it, and that's how long it lasts.
I just marked myself as a square. Portal is mine right by there.
Thank you.
I blame whoever stopped that fucking guy in the middle of the ramp / hallway.
Yeah, who's
Right?
dropping the heart or the head?
It's me.
And you already did the quest and everything.
Yep.
Do we have a portal anywhere?
Portal on the dock.
on the bridge.
On dock, yeah.
What
There's
time?
also one by the
What time are
cauldron.
we dropping the head?
There's one
45.
next to the cage too.
Immediately. So get here, make sure everybody's on, and then announce it, and then drop.
Okay.
So not log off.
Yeah, don't log
You're
off.
on.
So you're saying actually log on to my warlock?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody log on for your heart buff or your head buff.
Swapping.
Never has stopping him in the ramp been more egregious.
Fucking pissed off the whole server.
Yeah, good job.
If they're mad, tell them to whisper me. I'll slide up the street. Yeah, I bartended for too long.
Listen here, you freeloading.
Rav, you
piece of
coming
shit.
on?
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay, we're all on. You should all be in Stormwind by now. Announce it. Just tell them 20 seconds and then drop it.
All right,
Don't
Whisper
forget your
James.
nature resist gear.
Dropping in 2 minutes.
Really?
Another PG?
Another
Really?
PG.
Not
Okay.
2 minutes. Fucking.
It's too funny.
We're gonna drop heart head now, or should I log off for 2 minutes?
Well, they said
no,
20
No, we're
seconds.
dropping head right now.
No,
Yeah.
I said it a while ago, so yeah, I'm dropping it very soon.
In like 10
Someone's
seconds.
doing it, so log in if you haven't already.
Someone's doing heart, she was saying, but that's not what we're doing.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, you dropping it?
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you
Go.
going to drop? Okay.
Yeah, go.
I want this one, and there we go.
It's Sonata.
Thank you very much.
It's chaos.
Hey, look at that. Dat got logged over in time.
It's planned.
You can do it with Ani. Neff, it's questionable.
Maybe your internet connection could do it with Ani. Getting trolled by Comcast on the daily.
Whew. Fucking stressful.
All right. So after that, are we ready to pick it back up?
Yeah.
All right. So after that is Wand of Fates. So this is 12 damage and healing, 1 spell hit. First time you see anything besides spell damage on a wand. So that's pretty neat. This is a solid level 2. It's about 8 effective spell damage. More DPS than your alternatives out of ZG and AQ40. But it's only usable on bosses.
Okay.
Right, after that is Plague Bear. So
Where are we on? What boss?
Patchwork. Plague Bear, Frost Resistance.
Well, we only
Next.
called the Wand of Fates a level 2? I thought we called it a level 3. 8 spell power.
both the ones we called level 2s.
No, we called them both level 3s. They're the
Both
best.
the ones we called level 3s. I stand corrected.
Still deliberating. All right, Shield, Frost Resist, next.
It also has Patchwork's face on it, so that's kind of neat. Next is Severance, 2-handed axe.
Severance. It is a good axe. It is a level 3. There is situations where two-handed warriors want this. There is Pally off-specs are probably going to be snatching these up left and right afterwards. So that's the situation for Severance.
Dude, that item looks fucking amazing.
If I was Pally and I wanted this for off-spec, I would link for it when you want it.
Notice
Link
the
for it
little
every time.
green rotating crystal and the very AQ40 like technical appendage.
Mm-hmm.
So after that brings us to Grobulus again. We have Frost Resist. We have more Frost Resist. And then Toxin Injector.
So Toxin Injector, again, it's one of those items where it seems like more of a side grade. There is a spec in which hunters play spell damage. I'm not going to go down that road. Likely they're going to get the first one, and then it's just whichever melee or tank or off tank spec wants it. Not that impressive. It is a level 3 for the hunter, level 2 for everybody else.
All right, that brings us to Midnight Haze. So this is a very good dagger. You could consider this a sharpened Silithid femur, because that's basically what it is. It is outclassed by the other weapons in here, though. Specifically, we're looking at End of Dreams for Shadow Priest, Wraithblade, the stabs. So it's a level 2, but it's also, if you're using Staff of the Shadow Flame, or you're holding out for your Knack Staff, you're holding out for your Wraithblade, this is definitely something you'd be interested in picking up. And speaking of End of Dreams, so this who wants to start?
So, I mean, I guess it falls on the melee side, and I'll just kind of say what I think about it. It is a solid level 3. I mean, insane solid level 3. Bears don't want it because the AQ1 was better situationally in their hands. Cats want it. Shadow Priest want it. And I can't tell you who's going to get it first. All I can tell you it's a level 3, and all 3 of those hopefully will have this in their hands at one point.
We'll have plenty. It'll go
really
to
good.
Osric.
It's really good.
Understand,
And it looks cool.
Cats and Shadow Priests both want this item.
I mean, it's not even just that. It's Cats, Shadow Priests, Paladins who haven't gotten anything better than Lockham yet.
Sure.
Any healer who doesn't. I mean, like, it is endlessly good as a placeholder for a lot of people, and very good for 2 classes immediately.
I would at least always pass it because I was lucky enough to get a Regalia.
Yeah.
We would probably not replace a Regalia with it before we gave it to somebody who didn't have one.
Yeah, I could personally never replace it.
I could see it going like, if you didn't have a lock, if the Shadow Priest didn't have a lock and the Druid didn't have Regalia, it would, that they get it first. Then if they both have Regalia and lock, likely a Shadow Priest. Then if, it's kind of like, there's kind of like if this then that situations with this item. But again, it's going to be, hopefully all 3 will have this at some point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, legitimately, we'll have it in people off spec hands or healers who are waiting for the staff to drop or one of the other one-handers to drop in here too.
And you've heard us say this a couple of times. Please do not hesitate to link for stuff that's an immediate upgrade. Because there's a lot of stuff in here where it's like the second best item in the game and the best one drops later in the instance. So,
if kitties ever need to heal, it's really good for them too, though.
Yeah.
Special side note: if 4 Horsemen was the hardest, this may be the easiest boss.
Yeah. Well, if people don't fuck up.
Right.
Just don't drop a poison cloud in the raid, or I personally will yell at you.
All right.
Okay. All right. Next one is the dog. So dog is Gluth.
Okay.
First thing off here is Rime covered mantle. So stat wise, caster DPS doesn't get any better than this. So this is a level 3. Again, like most of the caster gear, this is not class restricted.
Okay.
So after that is Gluth's missing collar.
Amazing for Impale Prot warriors or Deep Prot warriors. So main tank over off tank level 2 item.
All right, Zach, do you have any special words to say about the digested hand of power?
May it burn
Nothing
in hell.
special, no.
It has MP5 on it, so if you want something that says restores mana per 5, then this says restores mana per 5.
Doesn't deserve to be in there.
We even left it all caps and didn't care.
That's saying something.
That really is saying something.
So after that is something a little bit more exciting, Death's Bargain.
Oh god.
And it's pretty sweet. I'm gonna say it's probably one of the best balanced paladin offhand in my opinion in the whole game.
What else do you want? It's got healing, it's got MP5, it's got
I'm about to say, plus it looks kind of pretty cool. It looks pretty cool.
There's 4 small alien heads on it.
On a tombstone. Rip alien.
Right. After that is Ash Candy 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, level 2 item because it is a weapon. Like you're going to see a lot of Pally off spec pick this up. I could see a situation where Two-Hand Warrior may want this
Putin would have
situationally.
used this.
Yeah, situationally, but depends on how it sims for them and what they link for.
Why do we have this one level 2 and Severance level 3?
I can go into that afterwards. This is a high level 2. That's a low level 3.
What are we talking about? What's the weapon?
Claymore of Unholy Might.
Oh, yeah.
The other one's better. That's probably
Severance
why.
is just better.
Claymore sims under Dark Edge, Severance sims over Dark Edge. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Ash, can I get
There you go.
Those are very subjective sims. It's all very close, but yes, this could be replaced by Severance and Ashbringer and Might of Menethil, so it slipped down to a level 2. But I have no problem making it a low level 3 bill. I know we like weapons at level 3.
It's the worst two-hand in the instance for warriors. Anyway.
No, it's fine. I don't care. I just was curious.
It's because they want crit a lot, right?
Two-handed warriors are a fan of critical strike.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, that's right.
So next is Dadius. So Big Daddy, highest raw health pool of any boss in the game. So first thing up here is plated abomination ribcage.
Level 3. Dual wield DPS wants it. Two-hand DPS wants it. Eventually, tanks want it as their off spec. But level 3, solid.
That's a lot of attack power. Right. Leggings of polarity. I got the Wraithblade Dale. Do you want to get this one?
Yeah, so leggings of polarity. You know how I was talking about like the difference between like the best weapon combination available here and the least good option that you would reasonably take from here? Leggings of polarity are a larger upgrade than the difference between those weapons. Hence, this is going to be a level 4 item. You know, this item is just so much better than any option in the legs for, the caster DPS, that this is going to be a situation where it is, highly coveted, and the decisions and where this ends up is going to be highly scrutinized.
So just in case you're wondering, mages, you're comparing this to Frostfire leggings. Warlocks, you're comparing this to Black Blizzard, or the second best option for each one.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. After that is I have the Beast version 2.0. As a caster DPS trinket, this was a level 1. You don't use Eye of the Beast now. And if you're not using Eye of the Beast and you're not having threat problems, then you probably don't want an Eye of the Beast with threat reduction on it.
Side note. Pallies don't get Eye of the Beast.
That's true.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Also, just bear in mind, this does not say reduces threat from spells. It is flat threat reduction, 35% for 20 seconds. So that's a thing. I don't know if it matters to any of you, but that's a thing. All right. After that is the Castigator, the gnarly ball of blades.
Yep. Level 3 item. In the unlikely event a Mace Rogue didn't have 2 of their trash maces, or they did and they just wanted this because it's amazingly awesome and looks like a giant ball of fun.
Who would count on trash items to drop?
Right. Mace Rogue clearly wants this. Warrior DPS wants this, and there are situations where, some off tanks could pick this up as a tanking weapon as well. I mean,
dude, it looks like a two-hander, and you wield it in one hand, and it looks like a fucking blender.
I'm telling you, if I get hit in the head with that thing, it wouldn't come out very easily. I mean,
It's the worst designed sex toy I've ever seen. That's all I'm saying.
It's a heck of an arrowhead, Laeriel.
After that is the Candlestick. Zach, you want to take that one?
Pretty damn good. Nothing else to say.
Nice, dude.
Case closed.
I will jump in here and say, if we were jumping ahead a little bit, but if you're waiting for a drop off the last 2 bosses, or if you're looking at the last 2 bosses and this comes up and you're thinking, well, I'll pass on this for maybe at that, I would start thinking maybe you should take this, because we may not see one of those, let alone enough to feed everybody's appetite. So don't sleep on that staff. It's really good.
It should be going to basically priests and druids that don't have a scepter or regalia.
Or widows thingy. How does it stack up against widows plus offhand?
Widows offhand's probably a little better, I'd say. You lose some mana regen, I
You
think.
lose mana regen, and it's
Depending
not
on
gonna
your
have,
offhand.
This isn't going to have as much plus healing depending on the offhand.
Yeah, but 38 int's a lot of intellect. So that brings us to the Drake that can't fly. So we're starting off with Cloak of the Necropolis. It's neat. It has a skull. It's a cloak that has hit and crit on it. Those don't exist outside of this cloak, so that's a level 3.
Okay.
Then the melee version is Shroud of Dominion.
Absolutely. Level 3 item. Rogues want it. Cats want it. Hunters do want to get their hands on it eventually.
Cats don't.
Well, some cats want it. Rogues could want it. Cats could want it. Hunters could want it. It's level 3 item.
And they match, so you could be buddies.
Mhm.
Right. Keep it in the melee. We have Glyph of Deflection.
Impale Prod. Threat item. Off tanks could use it too, but it's a really good item. Like, really, really good item. Situational.
Level 3 good? Or level 2 good?
No, level 2. Level 2, main tank over off tank. Solid item, though.
What is it?
Glyph of Deflection.
Deflection. Probably not appealing to bears, I would
If you
imagine.
if you go Impale Prod, which, you know, some people do, some people don't, to make your shield slam hit like a truck.
It's literally useless for a bear.
I was gonna say, dude, I don't. That's a fucking amazing trinket. I don't know if I agree with level 2.
I mean, it could be. We can talk about that. We can bump it up to 3.
I mean, just because like it's not just. I mean, in Impale Prot's hands, it's threat mitigation. It's a total package.
Sure, I agree. Don't disagree.
I mean, like, I don't know. We could talk.
Yeah, I can do this right here. Watch, drop 3. It's done.
Brings us to
it's a
Eye of the
high
Dead.
2, low 3. Either way, it's good. You know.
Zach, how's this sort into healing trinkets?
You're gonna have to be more specific. I'm not in guild right now.
Oh, Eye of the Dead?
Rejuve Gem 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Obviously, use status with the Rejuve Gem, preferably if you had one. Anybody wants this? This is more of a reward item than it is, you know, leveling people out.
I think it's one of those player over class items.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That brings us to the Slayer's Crest.
Level 4, just like Kiss of the Spider. Maybe not as hotly contested as Kiss of the Spider, but I can list you who wants it. Warriors are going to want it. You know, in certain situations, warriors will want it, hunters will want it, rogues will want it, cats will want it. It's just how it is. So yeah, hopefully we see some.
Similar vein, this brings us to keep it on the trinket train. Here's the caster version, Restrained Essence of Saffron. It's a solid level 3. It's basically a Nelsteer and a Toep wrapped into one in terms of spell damage. Pretty fantastic.
Looks awesome.
Then we'll keep it with the casters for one more. Saffron's Left Eye. So this is preferably the offhand you would pair with whatever main hand you end up with. If you're using one of each, unless you're a Shadow Priest. But this thing's pretty gnarly. So it is also a level. This is a level 3, unlike the Wraithblade, which is level 4 for one-handed weapons. And then its counterpart, the other eyeball, Zach for healers, which looks substantially less cool, I might add.
Yeah.
Saffron's Red Eye.
Again, same thing. It's a reward item. It's really good. Primarily looking at probably Priest Druid more than a Paladin, because Paladin has a pretty kick-ass shield coming up here in the next boss.
One previously is also really nice too.
So they had a pretty good shield just a little second ago too, didn't they? One crit on it. Fuck.
This is one of those situations where Noth's Heart exists, Grobulus Shield exists. I think it's Grobulus. The first 4 wings are one instance. Saffron and KT are a whole nother instance. A whole nother instance, right? So I think this is one of those situations where we run into the same thing.
Face of Death.
But yeah, Face of Death, level 3 item. Dust off bulkhead, put it in his bags. Jokingly, LOL. Main tank easily. I would love for every tank we have to have that shield. So it's an amazing shield.
God, it's got horns and spikes.
Wow.
Pairs well with a certain frigid sword of the next boss. Just saying.
Chili.
Next.
Claw of the Frostborn, James.
I wish it was better than it was. It's really good. Wish more people could get use out of it, but I can tell you it's a really good situational hunter weapon. Hunters should pick this up, knowing that they may not see King's Fall ever once, let alone enough for them to be holding a King's Fall. So that's all I'll say about that.
Anything we want to say about enchants?
It'll be situational. We'll see if there's certain people that need it more than others at the beginning, or which are better. But I can't tell you 2 enchants drop on every kill.
Yeah.
So
And
let's hope the Fortitude one we get the least.
I'll preface this by saying, at least from the caster side, these are not going for the caster DPS one. Like, these are not going on anything that is not rhyme covered mantle or
tier 3.
Tier 3, yeah.
Right. Fortitude's likely going to fall into like off tanking bears on their off tank gear, off tank, mitigation warriors, things like that. Might of the Scourge, that'd be something like a fluke threat item, be something for DPS, be something for hunters, melee ranged, whatever. But again, you have to have the item that you're not ever going to replace, because we may not see 40 of these. We don't know.
Yeah.
It might just drop a bunch of Fortitudes of the Scourge, and then we all want to kill ourselves.
All right, so after Saffron is the last big baddie. So we're starting off spicy with Gem of Trapped Innocence. Anything you want to say about this, Dale?
I mean, like, just generally speaking here, despite it having 2 crit, it seems very much in line with the other neck options. Depending on situation, buffs, etc., it can be best in slot. I would not hold out for this item if I was a caster. I would try and pick up whatever neck I could of the 3 amazing necks, basically. The one off of Rag, the one off Twin M's for this one. So it's a good item.
Yeah.
Definitely an upgrade, but it's not amazingly huge. So
yeah, not level 4 quality, level 3 quality, definitely though.
Definitely.
All right. The melee counterpart then, James. Talisman of Seething.
Storm Rage Talisman. It's a good neck. It is a level 3. We've talked about making it a level 4. A lot of the stuff on this boss could either be a 4 or a 3, so I'm just going to put that out there. I don't think there's a single thing on here that's under a 3, and almost all of them we've put 4 in there. We're still debating on how that's going to lay out. We'll talk about that. Storm Rage Talisman of Seething it's one of those, again, you're going to hear this a lot, the player greater than the class or the role. A lot of people want this. A lot of melee want this. So it's Kel'Thuz's Odd Loot. There you go.
So it's the last boss in the entire game dropping a neck. People want it.
Yeah, people want it.
Nerubian Slave Maker. Speaking of
level 4 item, it's Hunter. Once the hunters get theirs, melee, have a field day because it's really good.
Yeah, I think we've come pretty close in line with the actually using the weapon Greater Sign stat stick.
I'd like to give a nod and wish Ironforge Scepter, who's watching our stream right now, this stream, that I hope they get 2 of these quickly because they never saw a crossbow off Grimmagus.
Oh God!
Ouch.
That is rough.
Nod to them for that.
F for IF&T Club.
Where I can hear a tear falling out of a hunter's eye.
Okay, what's next?
Is the I'm swapping over again. I think it is the
Doomfinger
wand. Is Doomfinger. So just like blatantly we called the other wand a level 3, definitely never considered a level 2. This is also falls right in line with that. This one does sim a little bit higher than its counterpart.
It wasn't a big enough jump though to downgrade one or the other.
It was like 3, 4, or 5 DPS, something like that.
Yeah, I think our threshold was 4 or 5 DPS. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't enough to downgrade.
So after that is Shield of Condemnation. Zach, I think this is what you were referring to earlier.
Man, it's a beauty. That's all you could say about that thing.
It's shiny.
Because it's shiny!
Pairs extremely well with a more crappy mace coming up here soon.
The more crappy mace!
Oh.
Alright. So speaking of crappy items, the next thing is King's Fall.
1 second.
King's Fall.
I had to look up your name. Yeah, it didn't let me invite you because
Oh.
my filter blocked it.
You just say speaking of crappy.
King's Fall. Level 4 item, Dagger Rogue all day long. Hunters want to get this so bad they could just pick up Orlick and wield him instead, or cost, but definitely go into the Dagger Rogues first. We cannot deny them that weapon. It is BIS for Hunters, but it's even more BIS for Daggers, so Dagger Rogues can, they can relax. We're going to give it to you.
So then we have
Isn't it amazing
Hammer.
if you're a tank as well?
Yeah. I mean, I would use a different off this boss, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're a night elf.
Still would use a different one.
Good luck.
So level 4, I'm assuming, James, on that.
Level 4, yeah, level 4.
Alright.
Oh, you skip over the healing mace, right? And just go to the next. The healing mace won't drop for us, right?
It's horrible anyway. Nobody wants it.
I haven't seen a single one since Ace's got hers.
Flask item.
Definitely. It's only one-handed. Unfortunately, it's unique, so you can't wield 2 of them.
Yep, it is a one-hander. Zach, take it away.
Put that in the offhand.
Yeah, it's somebody knows about this, I'm sure. Little unheard of mace. I did put the prio down as not Stouse on the sheet.
Oh, I wish I could change the
I haven't heard him pipe in
yet.
yet, so I assume he's probably smoking or something. But yeah, it's obviously the best mace in the game. It actually probably looks better than it actually is.
Yeah.
Log in for Felwood if you're there.
I heard you.
It's a good mace. There he is.
Can we-
It's level 4. What can you say? Everybody wants it.
Alright, James, we're going to keep it with you for 3 in a row.
Oh, wow. Let me drink some. Oh, don't have any water in front of me. Here we go. Griselle, Dawn of Ruin. Again, some warriors that you talk to will say Iblis paired with Hungry and Cold's best. Some will say Griselle paired with Hungry and Cold's best. I'm not getting in the middle of that argument, but I will tell you this is a solid level 4 item. Warriors and Rogues want it. That's where I stand on that one. Going right into Hungry and Cold. It is an amazingly fast, amazingly good tank weapon. Even if tanks were using Edge Masters, it's good because you can take off your Edge Masters. But it's also insanely good for other things. So you have where did I jumped the sheet here? 1 second.
Like Fury Warriors and
Shockadins.
Right. So it's good for, how do you want to say it? Like, it's good for rogues. It's good for warriors. It's good for situations where you might be, non-human rogues too. So anybody could really use it. And it's really good. It's level 4. You can make it level 5, really, because it just looks awesome. So
if you are a human rogue, this is not appealing to you.
That's not true.
No.
That means you can take points out of weapon expertise and put them into other things.
Okay. Well,
you can do that even if you're not human.
just so you know, somehow this didn't make it on the sheet, Laeriel, by the way.
Okay, so we're
That's why I got confused. I looked over. I'm like, where did it go? It disappeared. It was deleted. It was removed from the game.
Oh, cool. All right,
Wait,
last one.
Which one were we talking about? Gristle? Hungry and
We
Cold?
were talking about
Hungry and Cold. Then we roll into Might of Menethil, which is like, I mean, you're carrying around. What are you carrying around? Like a freaking clothes rack or something? I don't even know what that is.
But 35 top end.
It's amazing. I can tell you, we have 2-hand warriors, and they're going to see this before anybody else.
Saying
and then
the dream of the 20k whirlwind might be possible.
Legitimately, that's actually what Fluke's paw looks like if you strip away all the flesh.
That's the bone underneath. All right. Yeah. Next.
So then we have Soul Seeker. This thing is beyond dank.
Really is.
It is not only is it stupidly high spell damage and spell crit, it also has spell penetration on it, which for warlocks is super great because you guys all know extra bosses that have like those Ebon Rocks, those twin imps that have a little bit more than 70 shadow resist. This is really appealing for those. For mages, obviously this thing is equally as dope. So this is a solid level 3. It's right in line there with your brimstone staff in terms of effective DPS, and it is so freaking cool. It's got spinny buttons.
So there's 2 more items left here before we get into set items. Both of them listed here on KT. The Phylactery of Kel'Thuzad. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Phylactery, but yeah.
Phylactery.
Phylacricity.
Sure.
It's a phylactery. You know, every lich has a phylactery.
Fellow
Sure.
Switchman.
So this item, it obviously provides you a trinket that is for undead and demons. I don't know if you know what we're fighting in the current content, or you know when TBC comes out, but this trinket is actually fucking amazing. Typically, it outsims every other option that you have. There are a few other trinkets that are really good, but there's not enough other trinkets that are good where you wouldn't want to wear this if you had it.
Yes.
For casters, I don't know if you know this, but 85 spell damage is. If you look at the staff that we just said was super dank, that has 126. This trinket has 85. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, it outperforms basically everything. It's fucking amazing.
And it's
It
not
just-
even an on use, it's just an equip.
Yeah,
Yep.
and just so you guys know, every pairing, I think we were looking at Dale. It was almost every mage pairing for Bis trinket setups had this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were only one, I think, increment of fight links where you wouldn't wear it.
I would have to look at the table again, but it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about the melee one. Same situation. It's just good for just physical
just
out the yazoo.
They both smack.
Who would have thought 150 attack power would be beneficial? Holy shit!
I'm gonna go through the tier really quickly. I'm gonna do all of it. If everybody's ready. Okay. Stop me if I need to say anything out of the ordinary. I'm gonna do the physical side first. So we need our warriors, our off-tank warriors, to have 4 piece for the hit. Plus, they really need to try to get a hold of the reel out of ZG. So get on your ZGs if you can. That said, the first 4 pieces that drop are really what you want to see go into your off-tank hands before they even go into your main tank or your rogue's hands. Our tanks, all of our tanks have really good gear. Rogues have been rewarded with tier after tier after tier that's been good, plus even 0.5 tier was good. So rogues will be waiting a little bit on these. As we get out of the bracers, the let's see, it's bracers,
boots, belt, shoulders.
Bracers, boots, belt, shoulders. That's going to be off tank. Then you're likely going to see it roll into main tank / rogue's hands. As for the last 4, you're going to see it more main tank beefy items, then more rogues, and then off tanks last. So rogues know that the last 4 items you can get in there, this doesn't include your ring, are going to be some of the first ones you get, and then the first 4 are going to be some of the medium to last ones you get. We just need to get those off tanks geared up. Now, situationally, some of those first 4 items are really good for rogues. We understand that. We're taking that into consideration. As far as casters, healers, you want to go through that, Matt? Or can you just read what you got?
So it was a similar situation for this. The 2 most appealing pieces for casters come later, those being the helm and the robes for caster DPS. So we'll be looking at decking out priests in a decent amount of tier 3 because the things like belt, bracers, shoulders, boots, the ones that are good, they're solid items for casters, but we're talking, maybe half the difference between upgrading your boots and upgrading your robes. So we'll be looking to get healers some tier 3 set bonuses on the pre side. We might be looking at a rolls for some, healer prio for some, and then probably caster prio for helm and chest.
Because boots is the big one that comes up where we talk about if our caster's going to be over hit capped, we would try and fight to get the crit replace boots in their hands.
Yeah. So just so you know, mages, when we're talking about running into hit cap, it's because your helm and your robes at a tier 3 both have hit on them. Your belt, if that's what you end up getting, has hit on it. You're likely going to end up with 1 to 2 hit from your weapon slot. You only need 8, right? Best in slot bracers are Rock Fury. They have hit on them. So when you're looking at being over hit cap, the first place that you want to make that trade is the boots, because any other trade you make to pick up spell hit, you're losing damage. The boots is the only place you make that hit where you make that trade where you're straight trading hit for crit. So usually those are the first ones to go.
We on the last token?
Yeah, last one is the Druid Hunter.
Yeah, I kind of pipe in here.
Paladin?
It's Hunter and Druid and Paladin. Obviously, these are healing Druids, Paladins, Hunters. Obviously Hunters. I know Zach's not in game, so I'll kind of talk about them a little bit. There's situations. I mean, Druids got tier. Druids got stuff that wasn't tier. Paladins mostly don't really get a good tier set until they start getting in an axe, and their tier set just happens to be really good. This happens to also be every piece is best for Hunters, including the ring, all 9 pieces. No brainer. Hunters didn't get a lot of love coming up, but we did try to take advantage of everything we could get to them to make them viable, and our Hunters are really good. So you will see situations where, maybe a Druid's the last to roll on this. Maybe they're not the last to roll on this. Pallies are going to see more of these. Hunters are going to see more of these likely than Druids if they're looking who's going to complete their set first. But again, all of them can be kind of interchangeable at some points. We'll take into consideration what's best for the raid, but this particular token, if we just consistently kill the bosses, we will all have that. This is not a very hotly contested token. There's 3 people that can use it, and it'll just keep dropping, and we'll just keep getting it. So I wouldn't worry too much in what order you get it, but really good for Hunters, really good for Paladins. Some pieces really good for Druids, some pieces not so great for Druids, but again, we're working on that. When it comes to the tier pieces, there are items that drop in the raid that we 100% are going to provide when we can. It drops a lot more prevalent than idols and the other. We may run into a bottleneck, we may not. We don't understand if that's going to happen yet. If we run into a bottleneck and somebody wants to run out and buy their pieces, that's perfectly fine. We'll have some kind of situation set up like that, but for the most part, we're going to provide the off tanks first. We want to get them geared up. Everybody else will get to you as soon as we possibly can. They do require the materials that are outside of the raid. You are required to gather those materials. I would get them now while they're cheap, especially arcane crystals. There's a specific hack going on right now that's making arcane crystals drop through the market, as well as people that have been sitting on arcane crystals trying to flood the market. I would get them now while they're cheap. I suspect they're going to go up very, very high. Get the items that you need for these. When it comes to your certain specific crafted frost resist pieces, we'll provide frozen runes. Rings and legs are going to be first. We've already mailed out every single active raider. We mailed out Nexus crystals too. You should have received one in the mail. If you use it for something else, don't ask for another one. But that's for your ring. Legs, we're going to give you the frozen runes for those. Make sure you get your other mats for your legs. If you need to get anything else crafted, just get with us and we'll do what we can. But that's how those crafted items are going to work. Is there anything else we didn't talk about?
I just wanted to say, for me personally, guys, if you're looking at tier pieces and there's mats that are going to be an issue, just send me a DM.
Yeah, ask if you need it. I mean, just ask. Anything else we didn't talk about, Dale?
I mean, there's just one item left in the instance that we haven't really talked about. I don't know if we need to, though.
Well,
I mean, no one really needs it.
I'll talk about it. I'll be the heavy here. So there's a specific item. There's a meme going around where the people are talking to the quest giver for Atiesh, and it says, hey, you're asking the quest giver, hey, Atiesh, what's that? And then it answers, something you'll never see, shut up and move along. It's legitimately, it takes a good 3 months to make. It is, in the hands of the specific caster, not the greatest of items. It makes it better in the group, especially if they were in a group with another Atiesh. We likely are only going to see one of these before BC comes out. Maybe a second if we're lucky, maybe not. This was extremely difficult when we had 2 raids and we were picking. It's even more difficult when you have 1. I could I could provide you a list with every single person that was considered for this. Number one, it wouldn't hurt feelings because there was a ton of people on this list considered for this item. We voted on it. We weighed every possible option. We did a Heisman Trophy style vote on it.
Ranked voting.
Ranked voting, and it was just like, it was so close. I can tell you all who the first person's going to get it. I still don't know who the second is. We're still conversing about that. But based on the contributions to the guild, the performance, the help in recruitment, bank, funding, across every metric I could possibly do it is the only thing that tipped this person over. And Riveria is going to get the first OTS. So it was very difficult, very difficult decision.
Inclusion.
The admin will know that I made arguments for healers. I made arguments for feral tanks. I made arguments for mages, warlocks. I even had a situation where we got 4 of them, 1 in each of the classes that can use them. Like, they kept having to shut me up because I literally didn't know what we were going to do with this. But Riveria will definitely be picking up the first shards. But again, not every guild's going to see this. Some people will get 1 shard in an entire run.
I was going to say, it averages about 3 shards a full Nax clear.
It is slower. If anybody did Cataclysm, it's slower than the Terragosa staff. Wait, was that Cataclysm? Yeah. It's slower than the Terragosa staff, which my wife did as mage. And she could tell you it was grueling. You do a whole run and get like 1 item, 2 items. It was just annoying. This is going to be very annoying. But he's gonna take the hit. I don't know who's going to be in his group. I'm sure people are going to want it and all that stuff. But we took everything into consideration, even the strength of the buff and all that stuff. So hopefully we see it quick and we can start building a second one. But yeah, that's ultimately where it came. And send hate mail to Ashma.
You can send it to me.
But no, it's a good item. I really wish everybody could get one of these. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Wish everybody could get the Thunder Fury too, but old kid sad tier.
That's all we need to get the getting binding. Was just don't bring your warrior.
It's true. I'm happy for Dat.
Don't bring another warrior with Thunder Fury.
I couldn't be happier for Altar and Dat on that weapon, and Clorox and Thorax. Everybody that's gotten it, I have no objections. I could sit bulkhead with never getting it. And it would be a true classic experience.
Is that what makes it a true classic?
It really is. I can't even sell the 100 arcane crystals because I already transmuted them into Elementium bars. Or already smelted them into Elementium bars. So it'll happen one day, maybe in TBC, maybe before then. I don't know. We'll get it. Tomorrow night, obviously we got buffs tonight because those that want buffs, because the server doesn't come up till at least 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And if anybody remembers the Nax patch and the AK-40 patch in vanilla,
yeah,
we may not even start raid on time. So, good luck getting in. Log in early. There is probably likely going to be some kind of a queue because a lot of people are going to think Nax comes out tomorrow, which it doesn't. It comes out Thursday. We'll be doing a lot of farming of those assault crystals, Scourge invasion packs. Yeah. So if you're an AoE mage, if you have an AoE mage, bring it tomorrow. If we can start on time, meaning 8:59, and we can move quickly. My goal is to do the fastest AQ40 we've had, get AQ40, get BWL, and even maybe get an MC binding, one more last MC binding run or an Ani run or something in at the very tail end. I know it's ambitious, I know, but at least do AQ40 and BWL. Hopefully we'll get the last pieces of gear we need, maybe a KT mace, maybe Dark Edge or something really cool. But after that, we're not
KT mace.
We're not going back to AQ40 and BWL on a raid night until Nax is on farm. So it's kind of the last hurrah. I look forward to raiding with everybody tomorrow, and I really look forward to getting a Nax and getting everybody the gear they want.
We'll be sorting out Saturday runs most likely for AQ40.
I will tell you guys, this happened a lot in vanilla, a lot. Because the way Frozen Runes lock people, if you decide to do a trash farm to get trash items, try to do those in guild. We have mages that are going to be AoEing trash farming in there for fun. that's fine. If you go on a trash farm run and a rogue sneaks around and picks a frozen rune, you are locked to that instance and you cannot raid with us that week. Alternatively, there are people, because Nax is a huge instance, there are certain people on the server, I won't name names, that would like to completely chain a raid's progression down to the floor and not let them move forward because they did half the raid on their first day, and then that raid snuck in, somehow invited you to the group, got inside, exploited it to get your ID, locked it, and finished your raid for you. So don't find yourself chained to the floor by somebody who may do that to you. Just, if you get an invite by somebody that you don't know, /who them. If they're standing in Eastern Plaguelands, don't accept the invite, because you don't want to lose the raid ID from somebody who's trying to do some shenanigans. I know that they've taken some safeguards to that, and it is a bannable offense, but we could potentially lose a week of raiding, and I don't want to do that to anybody.
Be very suspicious, especially of Lehigh.
It'll likely happen a lot too. It'll likely happen a lot too with guilds that are farming the AoE stuff in the first few weeks after they already cleared a few bosses in Nax. People will be like, hey, come to our AoE farming group. And then all they have to do is make you leader and jump in the instance, and there's a 50-50 chance they get your ID. So be very wary of who invites you. If you do get invited to a group or a Pug 5-man, if they all of a sudden make it a raid and throw you leave the group. Just be wary of that.
So you're saying if for some reason we clear it, go ahead and let them steal our cleared ID just to fuck them over.
Absolutely. Let them chain their own selves to the floor.
I'm just making sure.
And they get the rest of the week to not be an asshole. What a great time.
Anybody got an answer for Ezekiel and Guild?
Didn't see him. I was on my Whisper tab.
Said, do you know if the instant can reset only to respawn trash if a boss is dead in the ID?
I
don't think so. If a boss
I think there's some trash tied to some bosses. Some trash isn't. As well as it works a lot like the ZG reset. I think you guys know how that works. If a frozen rune is picked, I don't think you can just reset the trash. I think it needs to naturally respawn over 30 minutes to 2 hours. So there's a lot of, we don't know exactly.
There's
Be
a
careful.
theory that the frozen runes have a 4-day timed respawn.
We'll definitely be taking advantage of that. And we'll be getting with some of the core rogues who are capable of going in the instance afterwards and progressing once we get to that outer ring, they can get a lot of frozen runes out of that outer ring as well. So we'll be picking as many frozen runes in our run. If you have an alt rogue and you're interested in picking frozen runes, probably get with Dagos and Dat. They will be getting with Dane and myself and Rav to find out how many Word of Thawings we have, and if we can send you off into your own because you don't raid on that rogue, we'll 100% let you pick the 3 or 4 or 5 runes that are available without ever killing a boss. And, obviously there's going to be some preference in who gets those runes. If you help out with that, obviously, you're definitely going to get your Frosters and Skewer taken care of. So keep that in the back of your mind.
More Dagos than me. I don't know anything much about it. I'll learn it, but...
Dagos has been waiting for this moment.
Since the beginning.
Yeah,
for 15 years.
It's very fun.
Very fun. Very fun. When you're standing 6 feet from the dance party boss behind him, trying to pick a rune behind him and hope he doesn't kill you before you get out of there, it's the greatest feeling in the world. But yeah, no, that's concludes the gear chat. I'm sure we'll get a couple messages about some stuff. Just know we want to try to get everything in everybody's hands. And
If there's
I appreciate you all immensely too, by the way.
As far as ring